not only is it a new year coming up soon in 3 days, which is crazy to think about, it is our 100th episode.
It's a lot of
Yes,
episodes.
we are now in triple digits. 100, baby. And yes, your eyes are deceiving you if you're watching this live. We have all 5 members of the Level Unlock podcast here with us tonight. And if you were paying attention, that has to go back to episode 81. Yes, I did my
Shit,
research.
really?
Yes, I
looked
did
it
my
up.
research before
Damn.
this.
My
Episode
God.
81 was the last time all 5 of us had been on the podcast because I was curious. And I'm like, I want to know exactly how long it's been since all 5 of us. Because I'm not on, and Nate's on, or Nate's not on, and then I'm on, or Jeff's not here, or whatever it may be, or Mark's not here. Sometimes
19-ish weeks.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
episode 81.
crazy.
But we're here back for you guys, specifically for episode 1 100.
That's insane.
Yes.
It's a lot of episodes.
It really is. It really, really, really is. And we only do it here, what we do, because of you guys. Always listening and hanging out and being a part of the Unlock Nation. So thank you guys very much. We honestly wouldn't have continued doing this if we didn't get the feedback that we get. So that is absolutely awesome. And for those who are listening to it later in the week, happy 2021. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, for those listening in the future.
Hope you had a good time.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, if you're not listening to this next couple days, if you listen to it at the end of the week, yes, it'll be a new year. New year, new you. Hopefully not shit. But
Not regretting
speaking
your
of
decisions.
exactly. Speaking of a new year though, we have a lot to kind of recap. Don't have any news. Well, I have like 2 pieces of news that I feel are relevant just for the week. But other than that, there hasn't been any news. So we're just gonna recap this year. For the most part, in a sense of different lists, different things, what people have found, what they've learned, what they've wished that they've done differently, whatever it may be. It's just going to be an episode of 2020, and how this year essentially will shape the future for all of us. But before we do that, let's go around the room. It's been a while since all 5 of us have been together.
Wow.
Been a while.
Wow.
So let's dive in. Who wants to go first? Any takers?
Nope. Pushing buttons.
James,
All right.
start with you, man.
Hey, I played Dragon Quest.
Yeah, you did.
I played Dragon Quest for 20 hours this week across 2
Oh,
days.
God.
Holy potato chips.
What
It's
percentage of the
really-
game you at?
Oh, I'm probably near the end. I'm at the point in every JRPG where the party splits up and then you have to go throughout the world in its new form to all the places you've been before and collect all your compadres again. So I'm at that part. It's kind of a slog, but not really. It's still an enjoyable slog. But yeah, I played it one night I ended up playing like 10 hours of it. And then the very next day I played for another 10 hours. So
There you go.
that was fun. I played a little bit of Call of Duty this week. Did fucking trash, then did pretty good the next day. And I shoveled a lot of snow.
Oh my
yeah,
word.
I forgot you guys had that.
Oh,
How was
yeah.
that?
I'm over it.
Yeah, it fucking sucked.
I'm over it.
I tweeted out, I was like, I fucking hate it here. With a picture of the snow.
Yeah.
We need
How
at
do
least
we do
3 more
this?
feet.
At least 3 more feet.
What?
We need
You
3 more
need-
feet.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Why do you need 3 more feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, why do we need...
Because I want to snowboard.
You're
I
fired.
want to snowboard and have
You are fired.
more snow to fall on.
You pack up your band equipment
Fucking peek.
and you could take that shit home.
Go to, like, Nova Scotia or
Have just
something.
this.
Go live in Nova Scotia.
Yeah, I do feel you though. It was bittersweet
You don't feel
cold
shit.
here.
Go fuck off.
There was a couple days. It was like
You
65
asshole.
here.
Oh,
Okay.
God. It was like 18.
Poor guy.
See,
It felt like 2.
This motherfucker.
so see, Look at this. I had to get my winter jacket out just for that.
They break
specific
out the
moment.
soft shell.
Winter jacket. Okay.
Winter windbreaker.
Yeah. It's only 4% heavier than a summer windbreaker.
Okay.
You're basically wearing a long sleeve T-shirt in that thing.
Bruh.
Get out of here.
You're like, I actually have to put something on over my shirt. What?
So when I had to shovel snow, I had my sweatpants on, a pair of jeans on over it. I had 2 layers of socks, 2 layers of gloves, 2 shirts, my jacket, a hat.
It's a lot
Dude,
smarter
it's
than when I
cold.
decided to do it.
It was cold.
Bro, it was freezing today. Holy shit, today was cold. My
Yesterday
heavens,
was
I
worse.
could not
Yesterday
shake
the
it, bro.
wind. Yesterday the wind was like killer.
Bro, I woke up
yesterday.
and
It
the
was
first
so
thing I
cold.
did was check the temperature. And when I checked the temperature, it said it was 19 degrees. But felt like 0.
Jeez.
Wait, when was it that cold? Because I went around at like 3 and it wasn't that bad out.
Dude, it was that cold yesterday.
Yeah,
It was
yesterday.
I'm pretty sure it was yesterday. I checked.
Yeah, yesterday was pretty bad.
Piff says he sleeps with the windows open directly beside him. Well,
I mean,
congratulations, I'm proud of you.
I mean,
Being able to
I still
freeze
have
to
my
death and not die.
I still have my air conditioner in my window.
But
I'm
is it
just too-
on?
No, I'm just too lazy to take it out.
I
Oh,
sleep
maybe
with
the
a fan
cold
on.
air
I
still
mean,
goes through it.
I am not a
cold
fan.
air still goes through it.
Tomorrow's a high of
cryotherapy,
only
he
57,
says.
so that'll be a chilly day.
I hope you don't freeze to death.
Sure.
Tomorrow's supposed to be 47 here. We're gonna be breaking out the shorts,
Really?
shorts and the tank tops there
Nice.
soon.
You know what the worst thing about thaw is? Like, if you have to take a walk anywhere, the animal feces just freezes when the snow happens. So you have like 3 or 4 days of animal excrement
Gross.
on the sidewalk and stuff. It's terrible. I hate it.
Yeah.
Winter is just
And it just explodes when you step on it.
Yeah, 'cause you weren't here last year. You weren't there last year for winter. Where you were in Florida.
I was in sunny Florida.
That's what I
It
thought.
was gorgeous.
Hey, welcome home,
Beautiful.
Jeff.
Yeah, that's a huge
Yeah, didn't we
difference.
get like a snowstorm or something like right after
Oh,
you
yeah.
came up?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
oh.
because I remember.
it was shitty, but it wasn't like a snowstorm.
It was still like fucking cold.
All I know
I
is
remember
the
that.
other
Yeah, we got
day
snow.
it was snowing for the first time here, all crazy, and I just stood at the window for probably a good 10 minutes with that, like,
Just with that sigh.
Just
like,
going. Why did I
reconsidering
leave?
your life choices.
Why
yeah,
did I leave?
well,
So I mean, we need to interrupt your week, James. Keep going.
No, that's fine. I also bought some things. I bought some Steelbook movies of Spirited Away
well, that's cool.
and Castle in the Sky, both great Studio Ghibli movies.
Nice.
I don't think I own Castle in the Sky. I know I own at least 1 or 2 copies of Spirited Away, but not in the Steelbook. And then I splurged. I bought myself a little Christmas gift.
Neat.
I bought me Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Heyo.
Because we couldn't have fucking Olympics this year. I'll have my own goddamn Olympics.
The Marble Olympics.
Oh yeah, did we have the Marble Olympics this year?
We did.
I believe so. Yeah.
I think ESPN even like brought it up.
Let me
Because
take a
everyone's like,
look
"What the
real
fuck
quick.
is this?"
Let me check this out.
Yeah, because
YouTube.
everyone was shitting on ESPN for airing people playing video games. They're like, "There's no fucking sports on. What do you want from us?"
Oh yeah, yeah. They had Marble Olympics 2020 from last week tonight. All events. It is about 3 hours long. This video.
Jesus.
Well, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing tonight. I'm gonna watch a 3-hour-long video while grinding in Dragon Quest.
Your night's set.
Oh yeah, I got me some beers. I am ready to go. I'm ready to bring in the new year almost.
I just love the commentating on it too. How the
Oh,
guy
it's
fucking
great. It's so
names
good.
every fucking marble.
It's so good. It has no right to be as good as it is. Or as high production quality as it is. There's it has no right to. But it does, and I love it.
We're so proud of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my week. Oh, and then Christmas also happened.
Yes, it did. I was gonna say if you guys did anything special for Christmas, talk about that too. I forgot that was last week as well.
Yeah, I played Dragon Quest for 10 hours.
A good way to spend the holiday, yeah.
Yeah, Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, whatever one you did.
But yeah, we didn't wish anyone last week happy holidays.
No.
Whoops.
Well, I wasn't there, so never mind. But I couldn't have done that.
I was streaming. I had a super busy week.
Merry holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Merry Happy
time.
Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Exactly.
All of those things.
All right,
Well, let's go to Schroeder.
Yo, my dude.
You say you were saying he had a busy week, so let's
Yes.
dive right into him.
Yeah, man. I got
Hey,
Oh, hey, whoa now.
like the sound of that.
Yeah, man's very busy week. I've been doing a lot of streaming, a lot more streaming than usual, actually. Well, yeah, I'd have to say I've definitely been picking it up. Started messing around with streaming Pokemon Go a whole bunch more.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, pretty.
You had a really good stream too.
Well, I've been thinking about it, man, because I'll stream like Call of Duty or something with you guys, and I won't have like anybody come through and visit. But I do Pokemon, and I'll have like 10 people, 11 people, which is, pretty modest. It's pretty dope. That's what's up. But then you go and you look, and there's like 600,000 other people streaming fucking Call of Duty, and there's like 20 streaming
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go to the polls.
Right, yeah. And I put a lot of focus on the audio and production value to it, so you know how that goes.
I think that's because I know James has had you've streamed some like off the wall games too, and you've had some really successful streams. Just because I think the market's not as crowded as your Call of Duty type shit, where you have 500,000 people watching Call of Duty,
right?
Compared to the niche people who want to watch Pokemon.
Right. And that's the other thing too. I mean, if you tag
And not even
properly,
like new Pokemon.
Yeah.
Either. It's not even like new Pokemon. It's not like the new Pokemon game.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I usually get some pretty good viewers when I do my Emerald.
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Playthrough. Yeah, I get some pretty decent numbers. I got this really cool guy from the Netherlands that hangs out on my streams.
Dope.
On there whenever I stream it.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, because that, and I remember when you were streaming Animal Crossings, your stream was fucking blowing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then oh yeah, sorry, keep going, Schroeder.
Well, I remember when you guys were streaming Roblox and
Yeah.
those shows.
Oh, yeah.
were
Oh
doing...
god, don't even get me fucking started on Roblox.
Supposed to forget about that time.
Don't even get me. Roblox came back into my life the other day.
I did. Yeah, you guys are having...
Someone came into the store and they had a computer that wouldn't play Roblox.
Oh my
And
god.
I go, okay. So John Luke was like, yeah, I'm trying to get Roblox working on this. I'm like, all right, let me see what I can do as someone's favorite Roblox streamer. I was like, all right, they tried to load it up through the website and it just wasn't working. So I downloaded well, first I busted into the break room where Nate was sitting there. And I go, Nate, when we played Roblox, did we do the app or did we do the website version? I think we used the app. Why? Don't worry about it. And then I just walk back, download the app.
I was very confused.
And then I go, fuck, I don't remember my password and my login for Roblox. Walk back into the break room. Nate, I need your Roblox login. Why? Don't worry about it.
See if this works.
I need your Roblox login right now. I need your Roblox.
Fucking hilarious.
And then we log into Roblox and I get fucking got by a bunch of like 8-year-old kids in this first-person shooter game on Roblox because I had to try it out to make sure that it works.
Right? You can't give it back without,
Schroeder was right though. We did have, I think on mine I had like 10 people at one point 10 or 12 people watching. James, you had a bunch. Nate, I think, had a bunch too.
Yep.
It was actually weirdly successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're my
was.
favorite Roblox streamer. I want to die.
We got to do it again, boys. Weekly Roblox streams.
Oh yeah, there you
No,
go.
please, no.
Oh, yeah.
Not weekly. Like once in a while kind of thing. Maybe I can stomach it.
Once in a lifetime. I don't know.
When your
what
when your
was-
channel needs a little boost.
I know. So what was like you kept catching the same Pokemon the one day, Schroeder? Like, was that just like an event or something?
Yes, that was my own little event I made up. So there's like this box that's kind of difficult to, well, it's not really difficult to acquire. You can only acquire it a couple different ways. And the event going on just in general was double candy, and it costs 400 to evolve one of those. So I was I went out and got a whole bunch of pineapples, which double your candy in the first place. So something you would typically get 3 resources used to power it up. I was getting 12. Hey, what's
Damn.
up?
Wadding it up, yo.
So yeah, I was taking pretty much full advantage of that. And then what else did we do with that? A little bit of battling just with the community, with the Twitch or with the Discord we had. It was cool. It was a nice mellow show, but we had a really good turnout. And then the very last show we did, I was super close to hitting level 40. So, which presently at the end of the month, if you can manage to pull it off, you get a badge, a hat, and it's just some cosmetic stuff that's pretty dope. Hey, what's up,
Oh,
Steve?
awesome.
Welcome to the show.
How hard
bro.
is that?
Well, it just depends on where you're at. I mean, I raised 5. I went from level 28 to 29. I hit level 29. I want to say like on the 12th of December. So I raised 5 million experience points in
Wow.
like 12 days.
A day? Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy, bro. I was taking full advantage of everything that came up. And the last thing I was gonna do to really try to, you know, hit my goal was, and everything worked out so good, dude. I couldn't believe how well everything worked out. Like, I sit down and I'm getting, and for the last month I've been stacking up on Weedles, because you get a fair amount of experience points for evolving them, or for evolving anything, and then the event was giving you double experience points in general. And then there was another thing going on that gave you an additional X amount of experience points for doing anything. So when you came down to evolving, something that was as simple as evolving a Weedle into a whatever the cocoon thing is.
Kakuna.
Yeah, Kakuna. You were getting a nice chunk of experience points. So that was my intent, and I sat down and I'm like, you know what? Why don't we do these shinies first? Because I have a bunch of shinies I've been sitting on, as far as like not evolving until there's a good reason to evolve them, because I'm pretty stingy with that. So I'm like, screw it, we're gonna evolve a bunch of shinies. And then while I was evolving the shinies, we hit our 5 million goal, experience points goal, and it was pretty dope. It was while I was evolving a Duskull into whatever its maximum form is, the genie looking thing.
Dusclops.
Yep. Nope, above that, the one above that.
Oh, above that.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I
It
don't know that
literally
one.
looks like a genie. So, but either way, it was a really awesome stream, and we had a lot of new, people come and join and hang out, and some new subs, and it was nice. It was pretty cool. And then I've been messing around with TikTok a whole lot, just experimenting with it, and I'm having some decent success with it. At least, I don't know. I'm happy with the results. I recommend messing with it. Plus, it's funny. A lot of people are like, "Ooh, TikTok," but I think it's, I don't know. I enjoy it. I find it humorous. What else has been going on? There's another episode of Benny and the Ink Machine dropped. Those are dropping every Friday. Those are pretty fun.
Yeah, I've been watching those. Those are good.
Thanks. Yeah. I've it was actually an older stream that I pulled into the present, cleaned up, got rid of a bunch of the, grind to it, just the running around being lost and confused, and just kept all the nice bits to keep the story moving, and it was entertaining to watch as in the process of redoing it. And then I cut up a bunch of pieces out of it, and I'm using those for periodic like adverts, you know what I mean, on TikTok and stuff. So Yeah, it's been pretty good. I'm still like, I gotta sit down and just either stream live or record. I'm probably gonna do Hellblade, to be honest with you.
There you go.
Yeah, that one's pretty fun. But other than that, Ark has come out with some new maps, I guess. So Dale's been chatting up about that, and just a lot
that's
of
what you were
stuff going
saying.
on.
I've been very curious to play Ark again since now I know that Vin Diesel's going to be in Ark 2.
What?
That oh yeah, you
haven't
did
seen
not know
any
about
of
this?
it. I haven't seen any of it.
Don't talk about
I
it.
haven't seen any of it. What are you talking about?
That's it. That's it.
Nothing at
That's,
all.
That's
We're not
enough.
saying anything.
We'll leave you in suspense.
Don't worry about it.
I forgot he wasn't there.
What?
Just look up Ark 2.
Okay,
No, don't.
I will. I'll look it up.
Also, don't
Yeah.
look up Elite Dangerous Odyssey. Wait, fuck!
Yeah, I already know a little bit about that. God, it took my hand like 3 months to recover. It's still a little damaged. I'm fucking holding that
Yeah, you
joystick
can now-
wrong or whatever.
What the fuck is this?
You can now land.
Yeah,
in
and
Elite-
you can
in,
walk around. They're
Elite Dangerous.
basically turning it in. They're basically turning Elite Dangerous, or attempting to turn it into like No Man's Sky, with the base building on planets and stuff. Except the thing about Elite Dangerous, it's the hyper realism. That's what I
Yeah.
think is super cool about it. Like the fact that you can land on any planet and then it's actually mapped in our solar system on NASA maps. That's kind of dope, dude. And if you think about it, if you push enough buttons and talk to enough people, you can buy a star. So you can
Yeah.
literally, I could have the splash screen nebula, bro.
That'd be fucking cool.
That would be dope. That'd be super dope.
Yeah, look
Flashpoint
up. When you get time though, it was part of the Game Awards. It was Ark 2. Yeah, it's
Yo, man,
Rain.
he's producing it too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's,
part of his
his
game
company's
studio.
making it. Yeah.
I forget how many thousands of hours he said he has in it. He has a what, like 2,000 hours or something in it, Vin Diesel?
Sorry.
The man
He
just
loves Ark.
plays Ark.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
loved Ark so much that he's producing Ark 2, and he is the main character.
Yeah, and his game studio's helping out
Isn't
with
that
it
kind
too.
of weird though to have a main character in a game like that?
It's
No,
fucking
not
Vin
if,
Diesel.
yeah, not if it's Vin Diesel. If any character
It's-
is going to survive the Ark world,
Yeah.
like actually, it's I suppose these
It
days.
actually has a slew of celebrities.
That's funny.
With,
Yeah, it's surprising how many people.
like, there's a ton of celebrities that are going to be voicing characters in it, and it's going to be a console exclusive for the first year. So I think that's why it's going to be more of a linear story, and that's why Vin Diesel is going to be the main character. And then I think eventually then it'll open up to an open world, how Ark
Well,
is
it's-
now. So
Well, it's going to be just an Xbox console exclusive.
yeah,
Really?
It's also coming out on PC as
Yeah.
well.
So wait, is it an Xbox console exclusive, or are we going to be able to play it on
It's
PC here?
it's going to be. It's not coming out on PlayStation for a year.
yeah.
So it's going to be, if you want to play on the home console, it's
Microsoft.
exclusive for Xbox.
Okay.
Yep.
But it's also coming out on the PC the same day.
Well, that's cool.
But it's going to be the same version as what's on the Xbox, though, so it's not going to be anything special.
Hmm.
And I think eventually it'll be moddable, but not right away.
Oh,
Makes sense.
Like instantly.
Oh, I'm sure
Yeah,
they
if you-
will. You can mod. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it won't be too crazy hard.
But if you look up Ark 2, the trailer, it actually has. You don't know it's a you don't know what the trailer is. All you have is Vin
Yeah, and
Diesel.
I
You hear his
make the-
voice.
Oh, yeah.
I make the joke Arc 2 Electric Boogaloo.
And then you see the shit on his arm, and I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's crazy. If you watch the trailer, basically it goes through like he's saving his daughter from these bandits, and then a dinosaur comes in and eats him, and then he's fighting the dinosaur, fighting the bandits, and then him and his daughter escape into a cave, and then you see like mech technology, like Genesis
Oh
type
my gosh.
technology, and the daughter then looks at her wrist, and it's the diamond. And then Vin Diesel goes up to a computer and shuts off all the electricity from the mech stuff. And then the Ark logo comes up, and then 2 lines come through at Ark 2.
Well,
Yeah, I guess he's a huge, huge fan of the Ark series, and I guess he has his own gaming studio.
well, there you
And
go.
so he's producing it and creating Ark 2.
Well, that's just what I've always wanted, is something else to sink 3,000 hours into.
Yeah, I
No
forgot
joke,
we were
I
through.
legitimately have like 3,500 hours into that game.
Yeah, if just look up Dark 2 trailer.
Alright, I will.
It's beautiful. It's
they do a
kind of rough though.
Did they do a
But
good job
it's-
making it?
It was just a
Yeah.
Just
cinematic
CG
trailer.
Yeah, it's just FMV.
Yeah, it's a little rough around the edges. Even watching the animations, it's a little tight, but yeah, for a wild card game, who knows?
But you can
Right.
tell that they did whatever that technology is, where they put like the dots on Vin Diesel's face and shit. What the fuck is that called?
Mocap.
Science?
Facial cap.
Yeah, the
I forget what it's
facial captioning, where they put all this shit on his body, and he like actually does like the movements.
Yeah, the mocap. There you go.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Dove?
How about you, Nate? How you been, man?
I haven't done anything. I've played COD. I did in fact stream Subnautica as I had stated,
Ooh,
but yeah, that
Yeah, you
was
did.
fun.
that is a fun game.
It is, and I'm actually. So the cool thing is like they state that game is still it's an unfinished game. It's at the very beginning. It's in the things before you even buy it. Hey, this is an unfinished game. But I hopped in and I was like, all right, cool. We're just gonna start from where I left off. Turns out you were able to do that. However, it had a big thing. It says Subnautica Below Zero is now fully voiced. We recommend you restart because now, like, there's a bunch of story bits that you had no idea what the fuck was going on earlier, and now everything's filled in. So it's just like, definitely restart if anyone has played it and they haven't played it in a while. Restart the game because as soon as I started hearing story bits and whatnot, you're actually able to figure out where the fuck you're supposed to go and how to fucking play the game.
Yeah, that
Because
game
I
did
got
a lot of
way
reading.
farther.
There's-
No, especially Below Zero because it being technically it's honestly real. Like realistically, it's an. I would say it's not a beta, I suppose, but it's not even a beta. It's just a fully released, unfinished game that they are continuing to work on.
Okay.
And when you jump out of the fucking the ship and they send you to the planet, it's like B4252, and just a bunch of crazy shit's happening. When you first jump, and then you just see a comet, and your ship's about to get hit, and you're already hit, and then you gotta jump. But now you learn why all that's happening.
Okay.
And then you learn why you jump to that specific planet because they state, hey, get me closer to this area because I need to get down there. Bunch of crazy shit. Really fun. Starting to follow the story. Things are starting to make a lot more sense. Other than that, I like the game a lot. I actually think I might play that tomorrow again. I think I might stream that again. That was a fun game.
Good.
Other than
I
that,
should.
I can't really think of much else, honestly. It's been a real short week. It was Christmas. I am going to state that I got this neat little thing right here. It is a limited run. It's even encased in like a special box
Open
that
it.
covers the box. No.
Open it. Open it.
Open and play.
No.
Open it.
No.
Open it.
It has a plastic casing around its normal box because it's like a limited run. It's one from the Diamond collection that isn't being like released anymore. But two, it's a special edition. Joker kind of made his own bat suit, and like this thing's not made. And there's a
Is that a
very cool
Funko
thing
Pop?
character. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, that's
That
part
is
of the
pretty
same
dope.
series that you got when we were at the comic shop one day.
It is part of the same Diamond run. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, because I'm trying to get all the ones that are going to be wiped out because all the black box Batman series are all specialty, and once they're gone, they're permanently gone. But that one is even more in a specific thing because they made this for a 80-year, I believe, and it's a special edition. Not even just that it's a Diamond edition, but it's like
Limited.
very, very limited. Yeah. And my aunt was like, "You're lucky I found that because it was a bitch to find." She had got it for me for Christmas, And like right now, their value is still relatively low. They're only worth like at their top end, I think $50. But I have no idea where they got it for. I don't care to know. However, it's really neat because as soon as these are empty, well, not empty, but out of stock, I imagine they'll probably spike. And my thing isn't, and I have no interest in selling them. I just having something collectible that's worth a lot and no one else can have is neat. I like that.
You can feel the power coursing through his fingertips.
That's the same thing with my my Red Death one. Like, I've been slowly getting an addiction to these Funko Pops, and mainly like the DC ones. Other than that, last week I already talked about my new keyboard. I got a new mouse. That was kind of my Christmas present to myself.
There you go.
I actually bought this mouse, returned this mouse, got a different mouse, went back and returned that mouse, and bought this mouse again.
What is this mouse?
Yeah.
Dark Core Pro by Corsair. I originally bought it, and then I returned it, got the G903 from Logitech. And I was like, this feels nice. It's just, I really like that thumb. I like that thumb rest so much. And then this one has a pinky rest too. And I was like, yo, hell yeah.
Different kind of Logitech mouse.
Which one is that?
This is a MX Master 3.
Okay.
One of the other kind of ergonomic ones.
Got you. Because I was looking at the G604, but I couldn't decide on that one because I didn't find enough videos about it. But no, for some reason, when I used this, when I first got it, I was like, this feels real nice. I like the way this feels. And then my brain was like, you got to get a Logitech because your keyboard's Logitech. And I'm like, And then I was like, just go with the comfort of the mouse. So that's what I did. And that's what we're rocking with right now. I might end up returning it because I do want to get the Power Play mat to be able to just never have to charge my mouse, but I can just get the Corsair mouse and put it in the corner because that's a thing. Other than that, though,
dude, I charge my mouse like once a month. It's not that much of a big deal.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, these things can't fucking die that quickly.
Right.
No.
No, they're pretty good.
And like, even so, like, just charge it like before you go to work.
Right.
Like just plug it in and then go to work.
Honestly, because I don't even know how you would like get the batteries out of something like this. Are there batteries in these?
Probably a charging port.
Yeah.
No, yeah, charging port. I got that. Oh, and that's another thing. What the fuck is up with Logitech using fucking micro USB on most of their fucking mice? That pisses me off. I don't understand.
It's because you have to charge it so infrequently. The need to upgrade to the newer, faster, more efficient.
But this is C.
This is C.
My keyboard is fucking micro. That makes sense.
Keep costs down.
This is a brand new keyboard. Like, they just released the TKL not too long ago, the 915. Like, the fuck. Anyway, without me
down.
bitching even more, yeah. Oh, James, they'll probably appreciate this. I got this for Christmas as well. An authentic Japanese ramen bowl.
Oh, nice.
Fancy.
It was neat. I was like, oh shit, that's dope. But yeah, that's really cool. Other than that though, we got a lot of more tunnels. Oh shit! Fucking shout out to my homie Brandon, because Mans got me that. First of all, not him, but
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. I want to call him JJ. Is that technically correct?
JJ Link, yeah.
That's
Okay.
his,
I didn't know.
That's his
Discord name.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was gonna say JJ, but I was like, is that technically his name? All right. Anyhow, no, my buddy Brandon, who lives with me, technically he's like my adopted brother, but he got me a fuck ton of Deathstroke the Terminator and just normal Deathstroke fucking comics here. And I don't even want to open them because they're so fucking pretty. Because some of them are fucking like vintage as shit. They're like old school.
Nice.
But like, there's so many. There's so many of them. I'm not done yet either. Fucking, this is one of the original Deathstroke the Terminator. Can this light fuck off?
We can see it.
Yep.
And then this one's fucking old school one too. This is the Valentine's Day issue too. Like, it's wild.
Ooh-wee.
Hot and steamy.
Another old school. But this one, this is a newer one. This is 37. This was, I believe, him and fucking Two-Face has some real beef going on, and it's wild. Like, I heard, if I remember that this is the right one I'm thinking of, it's a fucking good ass book. But yeah, got a fuck ton of comics. and I kind of might need them framed. So, someone, keep your ears open. But other than that, yeah, no, nothing crazy. Ended up getting myself a mint addiction. I have like 2 boxes of these. I have Altoids. I have Altoids in my car. I have other Altoids in my other room. Because I get bored
unnecessary.
and like I'm just like, oh, hey, I'm bored. Let's
I
eat.
need to
And then
suck on something real quick.
it's mainly to like govern my eating because like when I get bored, I eat. And since I dropped as much weight as I have so far, I don't want to put it back on. So if I'm not actually hungry, but I'm just bored, I'm like, oh, hey, I'll just do this instead. Because like if I'm hungry, I'll know. But half the time that I end up eating something, it's just because there's nothing else to do. Might as well get something to eat.
Am I eating because I'm bored?
Exactly.
Like, that's
Is this out of necessity or boredom?
Yeah. I think we've all
I'm like,
have bored eating. What is that? What is that called? Never mind.
Besides that, nothing. That's my week. How about you, Walker?
Hey, what's up, man? It was pretty good. Obviously, you had Christmas with the kids. Obviously, they got a shit ton of stuff. I got the PlayStation version of the Aladdin and the Lion King game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
How
So I
was
got
it?
that.
Have you checked it out yet?
it's still fucking hard as shit.
Oh yeah,
I
but
know,
it's still fantastic.
Oh, it really is. But I was like, when I'm playing, I'm like,
Are you
no wonder
playing the
why I never
Genesis or the Super Nintendo version?
the Genesis one.
Dude, the Genesis version was so hard.
Genesis,
Remember Aladdin?
Genesis, but 10 Genesis.
But I was just when I'm I played Genesis with both Aladdin and that, but I'm just like, no wonder why I can never get past the first fucking level in either one of like this game is so hard. Like it was stupid hard. But it's fun though. I did play Dragon Quest
did you?
for about 15 minutes and I deleted it 'cause I hated it.
You hated it. Why did you hate it?
I hate the battle system. The turn-based battle system.
Oh,
I can't do it. I can't go
I
back.
also hate turn-based.
You guys
So
need
I
to go
can't-
back to the old days.
Yep, I can't go back to it.
Play when RPGs were good.
So I'm sitting there, I'm
mean-
fucking hitting the button. I'm like, attack, attack. Why isn't this fucking guy attacking? And then he finally attacks. I'm like, oh my god, this is fucking turn-based. Like, nope, can't do it.
Oh boy.
So I uninstalled it and I reinstalled Final Fantasy 15 on my PlayStation and I played that. I'm like, I gotta play this for a second. But
You know what you would like, Walker? A good RPG series that you would like, the Tales games.
I've heard that.
Tales is Asteria, Verzaria, Vibranium, Salad. I don't know. All the different Tales of games. They're all action RPGs.
What
Okay.
about you think you would like Star Ocean?
No, Star Ocean turn-based?
It's
I haven't
both.
played.
It's action
I
and
haven't played
turn-based.
the only Star Ocean game that I've played was
It's like action RPG.
Star Ocean Integrity and Faithlessness on the PS4, and I thought it was pretty meh.
Oh, okay. I had a pretty good time
End of
with
Time, I hear, is fantastic.
it. Yeah, I had a good time with it. I don't even remember which one it was. It was one for the Dreamcast. It was pretty cool. It had like
Oh,
Yeah,
I think that was
RPG
like 3 or 4.
Imagine like the layout of old school RPG where they're standing, in lines, right?
Mhm.
Well, you had like almost like a modern day RPG, action RPG, where a dial that, and then you could actually run up and do your attacks, and then you wait for the
that for-
charge, and then boom. It's pretty cool,
Is that
man.
Star Ocean or is that Skies of Arcadia?
No, Skies of Arcadia. I don't believe you were able to run around in. Were you?
I don't
I don't know.
I think
remember.
Skies of Arcadia was strictly.
Turn
I could be wrong. I mean, I could have
Possibly.
it backwards.
I don't know.
But yeah, I threw in
He's
Final
like, either
Fantasy
way, I'm
15.
not playing that shit.
No, I'll play it. No. What's Star Ocean on? That's Xbox, isn't it?
PlayStation and PC.
Oh, okay.
I think
Yeah, no.
Integrity and Faithlessness is only on PS4.
I'll have to look that up.
Until the
Yeah.
end of time, I mean, you could just emulate it. I mean,
That's true.
get it completely legitimately.
Dude, I bought
Buy a
that game
PlayStation 2 and get it completely legitimately.
both times the second disc was broken.
Yeah.
Of course. But yeah, no, I forgot how like the Final Fantasy 15, like the mechanics of that game are just amazing. Just the way that you just literally the animals, the free roaming animals, you just run up and eating them. The mechanics of like the food, the sleep, like all of that. Like my brother came downstairs and he was like, "What the fuck you playing?" And I, bitch, turn-based.
Listen, all I'm saying is,
Why is everybody just standing there?
all I'm saying is, maybe you just need to stop and smell the roses every once in a while.
Yeah, I know, right? But I'm like, God, this is, I can't wait for Final. I really was like, man, I can't wait for 16 because I'm assuming it'll be a similar style to 15.
Yeah. It will.
So, but yeah, I was funny because I was playing it. And my brother was like, "What the fuck are you playing?" He's like, "This game has like really good graphics. It's like this Final Fantasy 15." And then I get into a car. He's like, "This isn't Final Fantasy 15. You're in a car." I'm like, "Yeah, they have cars now." And they're like, "Wait, you don't have to walk across the whole map?" I'm like, "No." I was like, "Check this out." And I transformed it into the giant airplane.
Oh yeah, we beat it.
Yep.
The Regalia Mark II.
Yep. He's like, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "You never played Final Fantasy 15, have you?" He's like, "No, I have Xbox." Good point. Good point. I was like, "You can play it now. It's on Game Pass."
I think the last one I actually played was 8. Pretty sure it was.
8's
It's a
on
good one.
Game Pass.
Is
Yeah.
it?
All the Final Fantasy games
8
are.
and 9. No. Nowhere near any of them. 8
Oh,
and 9.
no.
That's it.
Isn't 15's on there?
Oh yeah, and 15. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, 15's on there. I also got Super Mario 3D. Got it for Christmas.
Oh, I like that collection. I really do.
Played that. And then he also got SpongeBob. The
Bowser
fuck's
Bikini Bottom rehydrated.
Yep, that's
Hell
exactly what it is.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Yep. That's actually a pretty fun game.
The best SpongeBob game ever made.
Yeah, it's actually really good. So got that. Love that stuff. Played a ton of Call of Duty. Somehow I'm still not level. We have been. I think I'm just waiting because I was thinking about it today. It's like it's gonna come up here like another 2 weeks where we're gonna hit that wall, and then none of us are gonna play it like at all.
Ever again.
Because that's what happens with these games. Like,
I know, when was
I've
the last
noticed
time we
that.
played Modern
See,
Warfare
that's-
4?
yeah.
See, that's why I'm like
Those are my
playing
favorite
Dragon
ones.
Quest 2.
Mhm.
That's why there are times where I'm playing Dragon Quest instead of Call of Duty, so
Yeah.
I don't get burnt out of Call of Duty.
Because it was like Black Ops 4, and then we went to like Sea of Thieves, played the shit out of the Sea of Thieves, and then that stopped. We all played Modern Warfare, and then that like abruptly just like, okay, no one's playing this anymore. Everyone deleted it.
I got rid of it.
Man,
How
you
much
sold
more
your
room do you have
copy.
on your hard drive?
That man sold the whole game.
Yeah, I got rid of that shit. I don't
Um,
trade in games or anything, but that one I was just like, I'm fucking done.
We played the shit out of Ark, and then that
I was
just
just about to say, how much more hard drive space do you guys have now?
and then now I was thinking about this today. I was like, I wonder how much longer we have until this game, until it's just like one day. It's just like, nope, we're done.
Suddenly we're all playing Ark again.
Yeah. So it was funny. I was literally just thinking that today. I was like, hopefully it doesn't come to that, because obviously we're having fun, but it's just like these Call of Duty games are not games that we come back to. Like Overwatch, like we won't play it constantly, but we come back to it and shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Call of Duty, once we stop playing Call of Duty, it's like done.
My thing though is like, I'm always down to play COD. Like, I don't ever have an issue with it personally, and like especially with like now that they have gunfight, I'm always down to fucking 2v2 some shit. That shit's fun as hell.
Oh yeah, I just meant like as a group.
And I mean,
Like-
like no, within the same right as I really wish everyone would play like into the future too, not just during like the first 3 months it comes out, because some of the funnest times that I think a lot of us have are the fucking custom games. Like, they're great. Like, cause we get yesterday we had what 12 fucking people in there.
Something like that.
That shit was
That was a
great.
That was a good time. That was a great time. Yeah,
I love that custom shit. Oh, and also, I don't know if anyone did mention, but GTA 5 crash and burned. We're fucking hard for all of us.
Yeah, I did.
Me and Brandon were always hyped to play that and just never ended up working out.
Yep, that just died off. Yeah, so there was like 3 weeks we played it quite often, and then that just went to the wayside. Which you do eventually have to get back into because that server's still there. So one thing we have to, my brother got me thinking about it, is the Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
So he was telling me the other day, like first, like there's a shit ton of new content for that game, like a ton, and there was like 10 of them in their group, but obviously you can't play with 10 people. So what they did is they split up into teams, and they ended up having like 5 ships, and they all loaded the same exact time, and all 5 of them were in, all 5 ships were in the same game. So they had like a
Damn.
That's a
Yeah,
unicorn.
so
Holy shit!
yeah, so
really?
they had 11 people with split between them. And there was 4 or 5 ships, and they just fucking went on missions together and just fucking annihilated everybody.
Wow, I mean,
Yeah, I was like, that's fucking, first off, it's super rare and hard to
yeah,
do.
I was gonna say
But
it's
the
so
fact that he was-
rare. Now to take full advantage of it, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah, they legit were able to. They all loaded in different spots, and they all met to the middle, and all of them were there.
Crazy.
I was like, that's fucking crazy. But that's all I got. But you, Mark?
Oh jeez. I went home for the holidays, so that took up most of my time over the last week. Yeah, it was nice seeing the family. I guess games-wise, we played a bunch of Call of Duty. Guess we already talked about that. I had my laptop on me, so it was pretty difficult playing pretty much any kind of game. I played Satisfactory on it for like 5 minutes because it was chugging the entire time. Been playing the new Death Stranding update with the new Cyberpunk sort of stuff.
How is it?
What is that too exactly?
I have
Update.
I've yet to get really deep into it because they don't just present you the features right away. You get messages from your character in Cyberpunk asking you to go into a crevasse to find a lost augment, and then you return it, you get your visor upgraded, and then you're supposed to go to sleep and they send you another message. But for me, I was like, okay, I'm going to do more deliveries. And that's pretty much where I'm at with that. So it's a bit more involved than I expected, but it's definitely pretty cool.
I saw on Twitter the other day, someone finished the roads from Port Knot City to what's the last, all the way at the end in California?
Yeah, I'm almost done too.
Yeah, I'm like, my God.
Yeah, that's been one of the projects that keeps me into it, like, especially whenever I, like, just kind of get into the world and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And maybe I want to do a couple deliveries, like, in the back of my head, it's like, I want to eventually make it to this side of the map and then start depositing a shit ton of materials into the roads. So I can start making it over to there, and then once I get to this headquarters, I can start taking all of their deliveries to the rest of the map a lot easier. Like, I don't know, that game is just objectively satisfying. It's kind of weird.
The loop is great.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. It's one of those games I definitely keep coming back to. What else did I do this week? I got the Ark server up and running. I think that's, we have to check it out because I don't know if it's the most recent update or recent version. I actually probably have to look more into it, but we gotta try that out and see if that works. We can also set up the Christmas event if we want to still do that sort of thing.
Cool.
Um,
Now, do
got a
all
new
the
key.
mods work the same? Like, can you just import them the same way we did before, for the most part?
yeah, I used all of your same configs and all that sort of stuff.
Hell yeah.
So it should be all pretty much the same thing.
Does that mean that in the desert, there is still a town attached to the side of the mountain?
Yeah, but I don't know exactly how to get ownership of it.
Okay. It's
I think that was your problem.
Is it just console? Would it be just console commands?
I'm not exactly sure.
Because that was your city that you made, right?
I mean,
Yeah, it was attached to a different character.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. That was attached to it. I think there's a console command you can just pop in there to take over.
Yeah, that was like your
it.
that was like your god character you made.
Yes, that was the character that did server maintenance. Basically.
But yeah, we'll definitely have to try that out.
Now, are you going to be able to? Can you cluster on your server?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Interesting, because they have, I guess, new maps and stuff. That's something to play with later, or to talk about.
Yeah, because like I said, I'm down. I want to, now that I know for Arc 2, that I've been thinking that, because obviously the end goal is to beat the game, not just build shit. But,
Right? We got real good at building.
yeah, we did.
Well,
Oh, remember oh, dude, does that mean the Pokemon Arena is still there?
yeah, it should be.
Oh my gosh. Dude, Walker and I appreciate you helping me with that, Walker. And you other fucks will come and play Pokemon with me.
Yep. Fucking throwing the animals out there, the cryopods.
We had a mod that we added for our viewers and our audience here. We had a mod that we added that would give us like health bars on our dinos, and we built a Pokemon arena and basically had it rigged up so there was a light you would step on, and if you wanted the fight to stop, you would move to the side and step on another light. But essentially, you would throw the cryopods right into the middle of the arena and have them fight each other, and it was like, it was a really good way of practicing whistling your animals to move around and actually battling with each other. It was a pretty fun thing. Not only that, you know, your animal would get all effed up. That was the other thing. You could lose your animal, so you had to like really work on. It was
So it's a Nuzlocke challenge.
Yeah, it was a good way of training you to control your animals. And Walker and I used to battle in there. It kind of it was fun.
Oh, fuck yeah, we did. It was a good time. It was a really good time.
But that's cool.
yeah,
I'm looking
that's-
forward to that.
Oh, hell yeah.
We can definitely try that out sometime, and then we can also try and work on the other maps if we want to. And then we don't even need to necessarily explore and build on those. Like if we want to cluster them and then just use cryopods and supplies and do it that route, I mean, it's an option. So there's definitely more to that game, so I'm excited to play it again sometime. What else did I do this week? Got a new keyboard.
Nice.
I got a Ducky one too, which is a mechanical Cherry MX Brown keyboard. I like it a lot. I've kind of wanted a Ducky for a while, like an enthusiast level kind of keyboard, so I'm super happy with it.
So what does this keyboard make? Like, what makes this better or different than any keyboard you would go at like a Target or a Best Buy and pick up?
Well, the first thing, like always taking it out of the box, is the quality of it. All the keys are made with Purdue Solid ABS plastic, so they're not really gonna wear. There's fucking the build of it. There's like pretty much no flex to it either. It's USB-C. The LEDs are fantastic. It uses standard Cherry MX Brown switches, so the linear actuation is shorter than what I was using before, which was the MX Blues, and they're also a lot less clicky. So what that means is that they're more responsive the quicker whenever you press them down. So
Interesting.
compared to more traditional mechanical keyboards, these will have like the lowest kind of response time. And it's typically known as like more of a gaming mechanical keyboard more than anything else. Where a blue one would be for typing. It's worth looking into. There's a bunch of different switches and different actuations and actuation forces, but this keyboard just feels great. There's low actuation force, low travel. I fucking love it.
What's up?
But yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. Nothing too crazy. Bunch of driving.
I kind of wish I was able to figure out what the fuck these keys were, because they're like They're like these proprietary things that fucking Logitech has with their low profiles. I have no idea what they're supposed to be.
Don't
I don't want to pop it off.
Yeah, don't be knocking.
They'll
Don't be knocking
probably
keys
give
off.
you. They probably give you the specs on their website, like the minimum actuation force and the minimum travel distance or something.
Trying to figure out what color they are doesn't help either. I think they're brown though. Either brown or red, one of the two. But yeah, like, I don't know. Okay, we're gonna give this a shot because I have no fucking idea if y'all are gonna be able to see this. But
Too much RGB.
The RGB
You're right.
is strong with this one.
Yes.
that's better.
Yeah, I mean it looks brown.
Yeah,
I
they're
just
just
double
weird.
check on their website.
Yeah, that's what
It's
I'm
it's clear, so that's kind of peculiar.
Yeah, apparently they
also be because of the RGB. Who knows?
that. Yeah, that would make sense. All right.
Well, before we get into some thanks, so let's do a quick rundown, shall we? Let's do a little recap of January and February of the year 2020. And so we started off this new year with a bang. Literally with a bang.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, baby.
I remember waking up and just being like, well, looks like I'm getting drafted.
So
I can't.
So January 1st, we initiate an attack in Baghdad.
Oh.
That was focused on an Iran official. Their general. And the missile strike was successful. And it killed him, initiating what was tweeted as World War III.
Oh. Okay.
Yep.
And simultaneously with that, Australia was on fire.
That's fun.
So-
Starting the year off
Yep.
with good times.
So, technically the Australian fire started in December, but they basically reached their point on January 1st. Millions and millions of acres burned. It was actually the worst natural fire in the history of the world. Basically, all the border of Australia was on fire, which was crazy.
Pip
1
says that was
billion
that missile was one hell of a piece of weaponry, though.
Yeah.
So, science advancements.
Over 1 billion animals died.
Oh
in
my
the,
word!
Australian fires this
That's
year.
terrible.
And
No.
thousands of species are now endangered.
What
because of it.
triggered this fire?
Just heat, excessive
Yeah.
heat.
Yeah,
Every
just-
day it was like over 100
natural.
degrees.
A gender reveal
was-
party. I'm sorry.
No, that's later on in the year. You're getting ahead of yourself.
Yeah, you're a couple
That's
months
wildfire too.
Yeah, you're a couple months ahead there.
Steve says so much wasted meat.
Yep. Oh my god.
Feels bad, man.
He's not wrong.
Yep.
I mean, come on. It's all cooked,
So between-
ready to go.
By January 3rd, we had World War III starts of it. Iran called for the removal of Trump, or that they were going to send missiles over and kill basically us if we didn't remove.
Seas didn't do
our
shit.
troops. They didn't. They called for our immediate removal from the country, and said that they were going to take war action based off of our discretion from shooting that. January 5th was the Golden Globes. Once upon a time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
In 1977, basically took home everything. Ricky Gervais and delivered probably one of the most brutal openings in history, basically shitting on everybody, including bringing up Jeff Epstein didn't kill himself, and you saw all the actors just like their jaws dropped. And Ricky Gervais was like, "Sorry, I know he's your friend. He's not mine. He's yours. You all went to his parties." And everyone just didn't know what to say. On January 7th, the Center of Disease Control files a travel ban or a travel notice from Americas. Don't go to China right now. There might be something a brewing. I don't know what that is exactly.
Well, something
but,
was a brewing, and they knew about it.
Yep.
That was
In
like the tail end of 19.
Yep. There's something going on in Wuhan. Some flu cases. Weird.
Something new?
Well, back when January 7th.
This is a recap, Jeff.
This is a recap of the year.
Oh, okay.
We're in January 7th of 2020.
Okay.
January 8th, the Iran military shoots down the Ukraine airplane that killed 176 people.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And then, oh god.
That also initiated World War III and didn't happen. And also on January 8th, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stepped down from the royal duties. They basically said, fuck the Queen, we're moving back to LA and we're not going to be part of the royal family anymore. So they left. Continuing in January. January is a busy month. For the first positive news, January 10th, it is announced that women outnumbered men in the American workforce. Women officially held 50.4% of all jobs.
Nice.
Now officially outnumbering men by 0.4, which is awesome. January 11th, Puerto Rico gets hit by a 5.9 earthquake, causing millions and millions in damage, hundreds of dead, and Donald Trump played basketball with toilet paper. That was the memes of him shooting the paper towels and the people at Puerto Rico. For those if anyone remembers that.
Yep.
January 16th, Trump is impeached. They begin the trial to impeach Trump. So that started then. Did.
I mean, he did get impeached.
Technically. But
Technically.
January 21st, the first case of COVID is announced in the United States. January 22nd, the Oakland Raiders moved to LA. Moved to Las Vegas. Now they're the Las Vegas Raiders. January 26th, Kobe Bryant tragically dies in a helicopter crash. That sucked. That was hard. It was weirdly hard.
That too.
Yeah, that was very, very, very hard. The 30th of January, the CDC confirms that the coronavirus was officially named COVID-19, can be traced from human to human contact. The 31st, Trump issues a banned travel from February 2nd, the Chiefs. You have anything for January? Anybody? Okay. February.
Sadness.
Yep. The Chiefs win the Super Bowl. And Shakira and Jennifer Lopez basically have a concert in the middle of the Super Bowl where they basically sold their vaginas. If you watched it.
Yep.
Let's see what we got here. What else happened in February? Billie Eilish wins the Grammys. She was the youngest person to win the Artist of the Year and ended up coming home with 13 Grammys at age of 19. Which is crazy.
She Last of Us 2'd the Grammys.
Yep. I also forgot on January 30th, the WHO, the World Health Organization, declares the coronavirus a health emergency. Forgot about that. The 3rd of February, the Iowa caucus unfolds in absolute chaos based off because of the voting app. Ended up it was. Anybody have more information as to what happened with that? Because I know that the voting app was broken and it was voting for like 5 times.
Yeah, pretty much that was it.
February 4th, Nancy Pelosi tears up Donald Trump's State of the Union address behind him on national TV. Which comes to find out it was illegal to do. Let's see, we got here February 9th, Parasite wins the Oscars. They pull up a massive upset.
I tried to watch that the other day. Couldn't get through it.
Really good. I loved it.
Ben John Ho's Parasite to win. It was the first movie to be nominated, as well as the first non-English language to win Best Picture.
And a lot of people were salty about
Yeah, I was
it.
gonna say, I remember
Really?
that.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of people were like, "What the fuck is this?" February 17th,
What do you mean
300.
my Avengers didn't win.
Yeah.
I know, right?
February 17th, 300 Americans cruise ship China after 14 people test positive for COVID.
Oh.
Also on the 17th, the Boy Scouts of America filed for bankruptcy after multiple claims of sexual assault of children. So good job, Boy Scouts. Where we at here? Also on February 17th, Jeff Bezos gave $10 billion to climate change.
10
Which
billion?
that's $10
You
billion.
probably could have gave some more.
I haven't.
Yeah. Oh, he definitely
Yeah,
could have.
that's more money than the U.S. government's giving to climate change.
Also in February, February 25th, Amazon opens its first grocery store. If you haven't actually seen this, it's actually pretty fucking cool. So there's one in Seattle, Washington now, and 2 in LA. So essentially what it is that the cart is the cash register. So you put an item into the cart, and you know how the handle of the shopping cart? It's a touch screen. So you put the item into the cart, it automatically appears on the touchscreen with the subtotal and the total due.
We live in the future, boys.
Yep. You take it out of the cart, it removes it off of the list. Fucking crazy. Crappy day. It wasn't really posted until later in the year, but February 23rd. Ahmed Osbury, the black teenager that was killed by 2 white men that was jogging down the road. They felt threatened because he was running. They thought he robbed the place, and they shot him. Just so you know, half of this list is like very depressing because it's just
Half?
forewarning.
Proctor brought up a
Or
good
like
point about something that happened really good this year. We met him.
We did. You're amazing, man.
Yeah.
February 25th, Bob Iger steps down as the CEO of Disney.
Oh, Mr. Iker.
What else we got here? And I think that's it for now. Oh, February 29th, the first COVID-19 death was reported in the United States. So that's all I got for those 2 months. Let me talk about my news really quick that I have.
Real quick, let's give a shout out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, man, shout out to Jeffrey Ryan for contributing to the Lockpick Nation. Jeffrey Ryan, thank you for your contribution. It's people like you that help keep this show going.
Hey.
And then we also have a sponsor. Matt,
Yeah?
shout out to Etsy.com/comicallyframed.
Nice.
If you like comic books and you like art, why not mix them together? Comically Framed, where you can get a lot of great comic books framed so you can put it on the wall. That's Etsy.com/comicallyframed. Walker's not even here.
Fuck.
All right,
He
well, I
said,
guess
let me talk about my news, and then bounces.
then completely bounces.
Sorry, my brother came to get my son. So I have a couple pieces of news here. I already talked to James about this, but so the creators of Silent Hill, they announced that their new game will be a horror action adventure.
Former creators.
Former creators of Silent Hill, they're creating a new game, and it will be a horror action adventure slated for 2023 release.
Sweet.
So we'll see what it'll be like. I'm assuming it'll probably be like how Back 4 Blood is
Not at all.
just like a remake of Left 4 Dead with the same creators. You don't think it will be?
No, I don't think at all. I think it's, if anything, it's going to be more closely to like Resi remakes.
Well, it would be nice. The next piece of news that I have, so there is, for those who played Cyberpunk 2077, there's a class action lawsuit happening. CD Projekt CA is being taken to court in the United States over the bug-ridden game. Multiple people essentially are behind the class action lawsuit, stating in a brief saying it was unright to release the game in its form, as well as it's literally unplayable, causing financial losses and losses to the founders, the shareholders, as well as a disappointment from the clients. The class action lawsuit physically states Cyberpunk 2077 is virtually unplayable on current generation PlayStation and Xbox consoles due to the enormous number of bugs. As a result, Sony would remove Cyberpunk 2077 from the PlayStation Store. Sony, Microsoft, and CD Projekt will be forced to offer full refunds of the game. Subsequently, consciously, CD Projekt would suffer harm from releasing the game. As a result, defendant statements it's about business operations projects were mentally false and misleading, and therefore a lack of unreasonable basis is irrelevant. When the true details entered the market, the game should not have been released. This lawsuit claims that investors suffered damages.
Yeah, we should talk about that for a second. That's a super good point. Like, somebody needs to slap these guys on the wrist for this. For so many games have been coming out completely not anywhere near being finished. I mean, even Call of Duty, which, come on. Am I wrong? It's a little ridiculous.
I don't think this class action lawsuit has any actual footing. They're 100% gonna get dunked on. The problem is that, like, I see where you're coming from, and I don't disagree. From a company like Activision, I absolutely agree on the Call of Duty standpoint. CD Projekt Red's had, what, one series that was a banger? Everything else is pretty much lower that not a ton of people know about. At least I don't.
They had one
and I know
series, period. That's it.
they've made other games here and there, though, haven't they?
No, it's just been The Witcher.
Okay, so they had one fucking game.
Before The Witcher, they were a company that sold games. So Good Old Games was a video game company, and CD Projekt was a game distribution company.
Oh,
Then CD Projekt bought Good Old Games, and they flipped.
okay. So with that knowledge now being said, give them a fucking break. They've had one successful series, and two, the stockholders knew where this game was sitting and still signed off. They can get fucked, in my personal opinion. I agree that the public shouldn't have to suffer, whatever. However, and even if someone wants to claim vocal minority, that's fine. But people consistently said, release the game. Hey, it's not finished yet. We need a little bit more time. Release the game. They released the game.
How it went?
So there's a lot of that on Twitter. There's a lot more than a few people on Twitter.
Nowhere near the amount of people that that bought it.
Yeah.
Well, I literally saw it everywhere. And I don't even use Twitter. It was on Facebook. It was on Instagram. It was on Instagram's.
Like 8 million people pre-ordered the game on Steam alone.
Oh yeah.
I get that,
Jeez.
but like, the thing is for all the people who pre-ordered the game, and even if this does classify as vocal minority, that sounds like it's a public problem at that point. Because if y'all would have been like, hey, these guys might be right, maybe they should wait to release the game, but they didn't voice their opinion. And I get how you can argue both sides, whatever, that's fine, but I don't think you should be. You could be mad, whatever, and like, yeah, I get there are some game-breaking bugs, but I've heard tons of sides that are. I've had no problem with this game, and I'm on a PlayStation 4, or I've had a ton of problems, and I'm on an Xbox Series X, and I have this, I don't have that. It seems extraordinarily circumstantial to the point that you can't narrow it down to one exact issue causing one exact problem across multiple platforms. It doesn't work. I think the lawsuit's gonna fall on its ass. I think that, yeah, you should probably do something for the people.
If the save exceeds 8 megabytes, it breaks it.
Yeah,
Well, the crazy thing is
Oh
just
my god.
I've heard that twice, and not on a mass scale.
yeah. Well, the crazy thing for me is that this game was in development for 8 years. That's the thing that blows my mind, that it came out this buggy, and they've had it when they've been making this so long.
Steve hadn't had any of the memory card issues. However, his character has appeared on the roof of a car naked a number of times.
Yeah.
Just like in
Well,
real
like-
life.
That was more like a fun time than a problem.
Well, like I know, like
Those are the kind
Ramon
of glitches
Patron
that I
said, like he says he's had
Oh yeah.
he's haven't had any issues.
No, he has.
Some people, I guess,
well,
haven't.
other than like a few things here and there.
Yeah.
And then there's
I mean, on the 4, he's fine.
there's
But like you,
me,
like yours
who's
came
had
all fucked.
I played it
nothing
last
but
night.
issues.
Weird.
I actually uninstalled it. I can't
How?
play it.
What is it that's causing some games to like not work?
That's the thing, is you can't narrow it down.
Yeah.
Like, it's a super
There's so many
circumstantial
things.
thing.
It's
Like
a
people's
Minecraft
penises are
file.
glitching. Yeah. Like the
Yeah, I didn't
first
get
big
anything
bug
fun
was
like that.
like the penis. Like they're actually someone's the character's penis is sticking out of his pants. Things like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
We have a
You're
small
staring at
problem here.
NPCs and you're watching them walk, then you turn around for a second, then turn back and look back at the same NPC. They'll either be a different NPC or won't be there at all.
Steve says
Yeah.
he's seen that bug.
interesting. Like,
So
so with it being in development for 8 years, like, I don't think any of that actually means anything, because there's a lot of games that are in development for a long time,
Right?
and they
come out
still
pretty
come
well.
out bad.
well, I
And
think one thing too.
there's a lot that still don't come out perfect, though. And, like, this game went above and beyond. And to be completely fair, a lot of the people that are playing on like Series X's, because it's an actual Xbox Series X game, as to where the PlayStation 5s,
No, it's not.
I heard if you got the digital download edition, it 100% was meant for the Series X.
It
'cause
does
it-
the same thing if you're playing on the One X. It just emulates the One X. Because they
Well-
haven't. It's not until next year, 2021, is when they're releasing the full upgrades for the Series X and PS5.
Yeah, because
Then
it
this game
was.
shouldn't have came out at all, because
No, it shouldn't.
Originally this game was entirely meant only for the new consoles.
Yep.
Like, it wasn't
That's why it
meant
was-
for anything old.
That's why it
And
was
the fact-
showcased at Microsoft's thing.
I want to
Right.
know how many of these issues people are having are playing on the OG Xbox One or PlayStation 4.
Yeah, that's an interesting stat. I would be curious about that one for sure. Because especially with that being said,
on those is a fucking miracle. And
oh yeah, absolutely. Like the original chonker of a fucking Xbox One in general, or an original fucking
oh, it probably catches on fire.
giant trapezoid. Yeah, it's either on fire or it sounds like a worse jet engine than your Pro. Like, I don't know, man. I think a lot of people are giving a lot of guff to the company, and like, at the end of the day, fuck off. I don't know, man. Like, I'm totally willing. Like, if people have like full-blown other sides of the spectrum opinion, I'd love to hear it. I have no problem with it. But like, if this was Bethesda, and it was worse than Skyrim issues, or this was massive companies who
Same
have
thing would
had-
happen, like Fallout 76.
Right. But
Vegas.
that's also Vegas didn't have that many issues. Or that, but
Oh,
like,
yeah, they
this-
did. Yeah,
like
those
this-
some big issues.
that was like the most buggy Fallout game on launch.
Yeah,
Easily.
like there were
Okay,
times
I was trying to defend the other side of the argument. With that being said, once again, you just made my point more.
save
more
deleting
prominent.
bugs that were extremely common
Yeah.
that they
Then with that
never
being-
fully
yeah.
fixed.
Then I am 100. Then I retract what I was gonna say by trying to defend the other side of the argument. With that being said, massive companies didn't have to give money back to fucking people, and you're trying to strangle out CD Projekt, who doesn't have almost anything, to be honest. Like once again, one series. But y'all
I
aren't
don't
like no
think anything
people
will
weren't
happen.
like just trying to strangle out big ass companies who did these things.
Unfortunately,
I don't know.
now we're in the
This is
age
ridiculous.
of suing now over everything.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Well, I think it's people hold the Witcher series to such a high standards. And when you play a Bethesda game, it's kind of an unwritten agreement that it's going to be a buggy mess.
You're not wrong.
I think
Exactly.
two people
Like
they-
Todd Howard puts in the EULA that hates a buggy mess.
Well, and then the CD also puts out the Witcher games like alongside those large buggy games like Skyrim and Fallout and all of those other games. But then they also give you these really expansive free DLCs. But they make these DLCs like around the community, like what they're interested in and that sort of stuff. So that way they're able to build a really big community rapport. And that's also why I feel some people are a lot of people are disappointed with the game because they felt that CD was a really community focused sort of thing. And that they would, yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
They would make something that the community would be happy with, and then whenever they got it, it just felt like a cash grab.
Yep. Yeah, I completely agree. And I think too, it had the Keanu Reeves effect. Unfortunately, is that because he was at the first conference the game was ever released, so people immediately was like, Keanu Reeves is in this. This is gonna be amazing.
And
And-
At the end of the
his
day,
character's pretty great. I won't lie. I hate him with a burning passion, but he's pretty great.
and like at the end of the day, I really don't like. I feel like people are at the point where they're like, "Oh yeah, this big mean company only cared about my money." I don't think they intentionally wanted you to get fucked on your game. I think,
Yeah, this ain't Activision.
yeah, exactly. They're not intentionally like trying to stab you in the face. As to where they were just, hey, unfortunately, a lot of this shit's happening, and we're sorry, guys. They've been apologetic hundreds of times. Like, they're not like being big bad Activision.
I'll just say that they were forced to release it a bit too early.
Yeah, I think so
It's
too.
kind of like EA and charging you $10 for buying a pre-owned copy
Yeah, that too.
for those days. I remember the dark days.
So the last two things I have are movie related. So despite mixed reviews, Wonder Woman 3 is being fast tracked. It is basically being pushed forward, and will be slated to be released at the beginning of 2022. It is considered a wild success. It is the highest box office gross since the pandemic started, raking in $16 million, which when you think of a success, like that's not like the number you think of.
God, I
But
remember when Sonic the Hedgehog was #1.
so that's still number one for the entire year.
Oh, thank
This is number one for the pandemic.
Oh, thank God. Sonic the Hedgehog. The best
Uh,
movie.
Sonic the Hedgehog will go down as the highest grossing movie of 2020.
Hell yes. The world is right again. 2021 is going to be a good year.
So it is slated to be released at the beginning of 2022. They are immediately going right back into filming to automatically film Wonder Woman 3, which never happens. They basically said that Wonder Woman is moving to be essentially the face of the franchise for the DC Universe, and it has so far been the most successful movies that they have yet released. Comparing it to like the new DC movies like Justice League and stuff. Last but not least, today marked the completion of the new Resident Evil movie.
Oh, yeah, I read about that.
Today, the director posted a picture, so that's a wrap in Raccoon. That's a wrap in Raccoon City, and we actually have some news on the movie. So, this movie will be set in Raccoon City in 1998. In 1998, they wanted to go back to the first two games. The director said that it aims at a grounded human story about a small, dying American town, which people feel that they can relate to in today's audience. He said that they were slated to recreate a terrifying experience that you got when you played the game, the Resident Evil 1 game originally.
So is this a remake, is the question?
Yeah.
It's a reboot.
Reboot of the franchise.
So the other 7 Resident Evil movies are non-canon anymore. They're gone. They're out of there.
They don't exist anymore.
Yep.
We still need to watch I still need to watch the rest of them.
Yeah, we only watched one. They're also having a live-action spin-off around 2 characters. Go ahead.
Steve says he had mixed feelings about it. Like she really spent decades not getting over this dude's death.
That is true. That is true.
It's not healthy.
There's 2 Netflix series also being released. One is about Wesker.
But why?
And another is an animated series about Leon and Chris and Claire Redfield. Leon Kennedy and Claire. The animated show is called Resident Evil Infinite Darkness.
Where the hell is that going to take place in the timeline?
Do those 2 never meet?
They do. Yeah, those are the 2. Claire and Leon are the 2 main characters of 2.
Okay.
But after the events of 2, Claire fucks off to go find Chris, her brother, and that's where Code Veronica happens. While Leon goes and fucks off and becomes best buds with the President of the United States.
That's when 4 happens, right?
That's when 4 happens, years later.
Yeah, it's about them 2. So it doesn't say when that'll take place, but yeah, it's called Infinite Darkness.
Alright, cool. Unless it takes
So-
place after all the events.
Yeah.
Because I think they do see... No, they don't. Not in 6.
Yeah. So we'll see. The Resident... No, you're good.
Back.
No, you're good. The new Resident Evil movie is released, slated for 9/9/2021.
9/2021.
So basically, he said they're being true to the games, while the original movies that were released,
We're not true to the
no,
game.
not even close.
That's what I meant by, is it going to be a reboot type thing? I mean, are they actually going to keep it true to the story, or is it going to be another...
They kind of would do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're actually keeping it
Leon
true.
and Claire never meet again in the games.
So maybe they meet back up.
After 2. Because after Claire finds Chris and hangs out with Chris, she goes off, and that's when Revelation 2 happens years and years later with her and Sherry Birkin. Or no, Rebecca Chambers, I do believe. And it's fucking what's his face's daughter, Barry's daughter. They fuck off and do something. Yeah, I don't know where this is gonna take place in the timeline. I don't really care.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Last thing that I have,
Gonna be cool on it.
Among Us last month had 500 million people playing it.
Jesus, good for them. Good for Innersoft.
It is recorded that it was the largest 1 month of gaming in history.
That's crazy.
Yep. 500 million concurrent in the month of November. Fucking insane. And that's all I got for that. Before someone else goes, let's dive into March. Which will most likely be super depressing, but we'll go there. Start with March 2nd. March 2nd, tornado outbreaks. They had a string of 100 tornadoes that went across the Midwest, killing 26 people.
Jeez.
Yep.
No more of that.
Yeah. That was pretty wild. Let's see what we got here. I'm trying to find some positive out there, but nope. Okay, so
Fuck.
Just
March
want to see one
11th.
thing that's good.
March 11th, the Health Organization declares the corona pandemic, the corona outbreak, a pandemic. March 11th, Harvey Weinstein is sentenced to 23 years in prison for sexual assault. March 11th. Also, where are we at here? Hang on a second. Oh, wait. Hang on, I'm trying to piece this together. Okay,
Sound it out.
yep, no, I got it. So, March 10th is the first initial case of the coronavirus. We exceeded 1,000 cases, a 50% increase in a 24-hour period. March 11th,
Oh
Trump.
man, I remember those days.
Yep.
When we only had 1,000 people infected.
March 11th, Trump announces a 30-day travel ban to effective midnight. March 12th, the Opera House temporarily shuts down for the first time in history. March 12th, the governor of New York announces restricted gatherings to 500 people or more. Good times.
Oh man.
Broadway theaters shut down. March 13th.
It's like forever ago.
Yep. March 13th will go down in infamy. The pandemic is announced as a national emergency, declaring that the cases have spiked, effectively shutting down America. The NBA.
Because when that happened, I was sick for a week. Probably had it. Now that I think back on it, probably had it.
Yep.
And then I worked for a day. And then I had a vacation. I was off for an entire week. And then I got the call my last day of my vacation saying, "Hey,
Don't come back."
down. We're closing down for just curbside. If you want to work, you can, or if not, that's fine. We'll still pay you."
So yeah, March 13th will forever be in infamy. Also that same day, the NBA suspends its MLB, NFL, NHL, and Major League all cancels their seasons indefinitely. The NCAA cancels its March Madness tournament. Also on the 13th, Breonna Taylor was that unfortunately went unseen for about 5 months.
We'll get back to that.
Yeah, we'll get back to that. Spain on March 14th goes into a nation. Spain and Italy completely shut down, closing all their borders, not letting anyone in or out, as well as no one allowing to leave their houses. Also on the 13th, Bill Gates steps down from the head of Microsoft to focus on his other outside activities. March 16th, all schools in the United States close. The Dow drops 2,997, the largest drop in its history, and the second largest drop since the Great Depression.
How it rebounded so quick is a goddamn miracle.
Yep. March 16th, Jared Leto comes out of isolation to find out the world was shut down. He posted on Twitter that he was in a meditation for 12 days and had no idea what was going on. Where are we at here? March 20. Sorry, I have like 5 different things I'm using as well to make, because not all of them have the same shit. On March 18th, Florida spring break still happens. video of a college student saying he doesn't care if he gets the coronavirus. He gets the coronavirus. He's here to party.
Oh man, I remember that.
Fast forward 4 months.
A human being more in my life.
Fast forward 4 months. He ended up getting the coronavirus and got deathly ill and apologized for saying that. But I remember that. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yep, I remember having to defend Florida, saying that it's not the Floridians.
Yep.
No, still Floridians are. They're
Oh,
a breed.
I forgot in February, going backtracking a month, February 14th, Sonic the Hedgehog released.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that was...
God, I forgot that came out this year.
Yep.
I
I
forgot
still
I
haven't
saw
seen
that
that.
in the. I forgot
movie.
I saw that in the theaters.
Yep. Yeah, I forgot to announce
so
that.
weird saying that I went to the movie theaters.
March 20th, we were united as one. We were united by hating fucking Carol Baskin, the release of the Tiger King. United States, I even put, the world was united for one key thing, saying Carol Baskin killed her fucking husband.
God, I forgot that was this year.
Yep. That's what we got here. March 24th, United States box office records zero revenue for the first time in history. March 26th, the Space Force launches its first satellite into space.
Nice.
March 31st. No, nothing happened March 31st. I'll do April. In April, I'm just kind of skipping past all of the record amounts of deaths and shit that we have.
Yep.
April 8th, Bernie Sanders suspends his presidential campaign and Biden, leaving Joe Biden as the Democratic nominee. April 11th, the United States becomes the highest number of reported COVID cases in the world, overtaking Italy. Let's see what we got here. For the first time in history, on April 11th, all 50 states simultaneously declared national declaration. A national disaster, sorry.
Obama.
Let's see what we got here.
Give us some,
April
please.
April 6th, Quibi releases.
Give us
Said
something
something
good,
good.
please. Give us something good, please. I
The
forgot
word you're looking
lasted-
to is positive.
Oh my God! I forgot Quibi only lasted like 8 months.
It did. Don't worry, I have
Shit,
the
I
other
thought
side
that
of
came out last year.
no, I have the other side of Quibi in a little bit here.
Could
April
be actually dead?
Yeah, Quibi's dead.
It was
Yeah,
done
Quibi
for.
died.
Sorry.
Quibi. What is Quibi?
Quibi was a streaming service that was essentially like higher quality YouTube videos.
Oh, okay, that sounds cool.
It was meant for your phone, which in one hand I feel kind of bad for Quibi because their whole thing was you got basically had the same experience if it's meant to be used on your phone, to be watched on your phone and solely on your phone. And
Yeah.
when everyone's sitting at home, there's no reason to watch stuff on your phone. You can just watch it on your TV or your computer.
Right.
Yep.
So, I mean, in reality, Quibi probably could have lasted at least 12 months if this wasn't 2020.
Yeah.
Steve
I
pointed
will
out
say-
there's been marijuana legalization advancements. Which
We'll
is
get
good.
I'm sure.
The one big thing that I was actually like interested with Quibi is the
Reno 911.
no, did any of you see the movie you could watch based on perspective?
What?
I don't even know what perspective is.
Okay,
Oh, like actual like.
Yeah, no. So there was
I thought that
a
was-
movie that if you watched it in landscape mode, you were watching it in a movie. If you watched it
Yeah,
in like
you can
upright
turn it.
mode, you were actually watching like the movie unfold through this kid, and like
that's
it was
interesting.
physically like first person. You were watching like the texts, the video chats, everything was like happening in like real time. And
That's
it all
really
depends-
interesting.
That's what I was like. There were so many possibilities, and there was some good actors too. Like I couldn't remember this one kid that I never remember his name, but I know I like him, and he's been in some bigger things. And it was all about this like, there's something happened in like this accident, and like I really can't remember, to be 100% honest, but it looked really fucking cool. And like I feel like that could have gone a long way for like mobile media consumption if that would have actually gotten out there. I don't know. It just seemed like a really cool idea, and it was a really like big waste, unfortunately.
I do remember seeing some adverts for it, but I don't. Aside from that, I'm not super familiar with it.
Yeah, you literally took your phone, you went like this, you went like this. It literally simultaneously changed how you watch the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty dope.
It was so
actually.
cool.
Steve added
Yeah, but
another
it wasn't like split into like. Was it like split into multiple parts? Because I know with Quibi, their thing was it was like 15 minutes max for all
So-
their stuff.
For
There
all
were
of your
cer-
stuff combined.
Yeah, all their stuff was like one thing that you would watch is maximum 15 minutes. Because it
I
was
wanna
meant
s-
for you to be watching on like the subway or something.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like that's why like the biggest a lot of the commercials were we'll have it in about a Quibi, and it would be like about 15 minutes it'll be ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was kind of their thing. Like a lot of it was like going to restaurants. Well, how long for a table? About a Quibi. And I hated those so much, by the way. I thought they were so dumb. But
Everyone's like, oh, okay.
Remember 'em. That's the thing. You
that is true. That is true. I very vividly remember them. How long till we get there? About a Quibi. Oh my god. Anyway, the big thing is like,
Get your Quibbies out of here. I ain't got time for
And then,
your Quibbies.
I want to say that this movie was. I want to say it was in like 25 or 30-minute increments because he said there was 3 parts. I think he said watch my new movie on Quibi, and I think it was supposed to be like an actual movie instead of more along the lines of just a quick, like what was it? The lesser Hemsworth. He had like the dangerous game thing that he was doing, which looked really interesting too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot 2 things. So on April 3rd, we have our first recommendation for wearing face masks. And on April 4th, Trump tells the world to inject bleach into your system to kill the coronavirus.
That works. Just kidding. No.
Yeah, it would definitely get rid
It
of.
kills the coronavirus.
And
That's for
you.
sure.
It will also get rid of you too.
It cures all of your problems.
Mm-hmm.
April 15th, Kim Jong-un is pronounced dead after heart surgery by the media. ... Wait, never mind. North Korea said he's fine. He's alive. Don't worry. Simultaneously, North Korea posts pictures of him hours after his heart surgery cutting a ribbon at a ceremony, declaring that he is not in a vegetative state and do not worry, raising the question that no one asked if he was in a vegetative state. A month later, South Korea came out and said that he actually is in a vegetative state, that they're quote-unquote keeping him alive so that he can remain the ruler even though he is dead.
Okay.
Is he still like that? I need to look this up.
He hasn't been seen since.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep. April 27th, the Pentagon releases its 3 videos of UFOs, saying that they've had this footage for years, and it is now time to release it to the public.
I thought that was a lot later on in the year.
Did you know that there's CIA papers that suggest that Tesla's not from planet Earth?
Yeah, I heard about that too.
I read that article. That's hilarious.
Yeah, they released official UFO sighting videos. April 30th.
You know, with 2020,
It's
I
just
don't-
like, why not?
official, like I honestly don't believe it still. Because like maybe it was just okay, Jeff, I'm gonna put on my conspiracy theory hat here. I'm gonna
Okay.
put on my hat. What if all that stuff that was leaked by the CIA and stuff that they released was just a ploy to get people's mind off of like COVID and that kind of stuff?
Oh, it's
Donald
1,000%
Trump
what it was.
and all that stuff, and it was all just fake. What it could just be all doctored. We don't know.
1,000% was to get people to stop talking about the
I mean,
coronavirus.
we could take a minute and just understand that Elon naming his son, that wasn't like that was exactly what it was supposed to, because that's how in the future in other planets that's how names actually are. But then they realized people weren't caught up to that way of thinking yet, and they weren't able to comprehend what that name actually stated. It was probably the name of some god, like it was, because this kid's gonna be the first king of Mars. I'll have you know.
Well, here's
Interesting.
the thing, though. I thought it was Grimes that named the kid.
Oh, they both
I
did.
didn't think it was Elon.
Also, take a long, hard look at Grimes. Is she from this fucking planet?
No.
Well, a couple of
Who
things.
even is Grimes anyway?
Alright.
She did the music for, I think, like Death Stranding or something for one video game. She was like a song.
So Steve,
She's apparently big in Canada.
I remember, I think it was at one of like the Game Awards like last year. Cause it was just Elon Musk cause Grimes was performing there. I think it was for something with Death Stranding. And Grimes is just sitting there next to Hideo Kojima. And he just looks so like just happy to be there, but has no idea what's going on.
What were you saying, Schroeder?
Steve was saying, Kim Jong-un's sister is running things?
No, not technically. Kind of by proxy, I guess.
Yeah, secretly, she supposedly is running the country
She's a puppet.
because he's not dead.
Okay.
And
No.
All I have to say about that is there have been no wild threats against the states in a while since Kim Jong-un's gone quiet, so I think everything is alright. I think we should be fine.
No, yeah, you're right.
And then the other
Because I
thing
want to say Un made some crazy nonsense like a month or so before he had went under.
Okay. And then the other one is he says you should read about an article they published in 1978 about life they found on Venus.
Venus?
On Venus.
But yeah, they
78, they were fucking all high. They were all
Yeah.
you know, so
They're experimenting with the good.
his sister though, yeah, Kim Yo Jong, her name.
Oh, these parents are real fucking clever.
He says this was published recent. They found
Yeah,
it
I'm
back
looking.
then.
I'm looking at this now about his sister. The Kim Yo Jong, Kim Jong Un's sister, has emerged as a very outspoken underdog, and is ready to take her place as the new leader of North Korea. I guess she's been very public recently of different things that she is going to accomplish.
Is she on the
but it-
batshit crazy train, or is she?
World domination.
probably.
Yeah.
Everyone was
She
super
has a room
excited
full
for
of
Kim Jong
cheetahs.
Un. Everyone was super excited when Kim Jong Un became the head of North Korea because he had an education outside of North Korea. He was educated in England.
Right. It's supposed to be
So
like,
everyone's like,
hang out with us.
oh, this dude's not crazy. This dude ain't gonna nuke the free world.
Supposedly, based on her comments, they were shockingly tough statement that has everybody on their toes. Is from the article. Is what
else?
what I'm looking at.
Oh heavens.
What else is new?
Oh, borders.
We'll see.
Make everyone happy.
And April 30th, Blue Origin's, Dynetics, and SpaceX were selected by NASA to design and develop systems, human landing systems, which their plan to deliver the first woman and next man on the moon by
By when?
What was the name of that?
2024.
2024.
They want
First what?
human landing systems, and
Okay.
with the human landing system, they're going to land a woman and a man on the moon by 2024.
About time. Still ain't never done it.
Because we haven't fucking been there yet.
Spent a lot of time in the pool.
Spent a lot of time in Kubrick's basement.
Who wants to go with whatever they have?
And I can do most anticipated.
Let's do it.
Sure.
Alright, folks. You know a lot of games that were supposed to come out and a lot of movies and everything?
Yeah.
They're coming out next year instead.
Yeah, they are.
So first and
Cyberpunk caused
foremost,
that for games, and COVID caused that for movies.
yeah. All right. So the most anticipated games of 2021. We're going to be looking at up. It doesn't really have a. Actually, you know what? I'll go all the way down, and we're gonna How many are there? I don't know. We're just gonna go in the fucking order here. Halo Infinite. There's no actual like top order because these are just games that are anticipated. Halo Infinite. I don't know how excited anyone else is for Halo Infinite. I'm just hoping it's not the majority of it's not a movie like 5 was. 5 had way too many fucking cutscenes that didn't really feel like they needed to be there. Now mind you, I just watched a lot of playthroughs. I didn't play it myself because I haven't had an Xbox in multitudes of years. But yeah. Anyone have any opinions on good old Halo Infinite?
As long as it releases.
They're completely reworking it.
Are they?
So-
It's still 343, isn't it?
It's still 343, but a lot of people were shitting on the graphics, so they're
Okay.
completely reworking the graphics.
Okay.
Yeah, they
It
were
looks like
super
you're gonna be
pissed
able to
about
have
the
a
gameplay.
grappling hook too. That's neat. Okay, that makes sense. Well, Halo Infinite. Stay tuned. 2021. Moving on.
Ooh.
Resident Evil 8. Even though they said it's not 8, it's
You mean
Village.
Resident Evil the Village?
Yeah, exactly.
Not
Resident
Resident
Evil
Evil, not
fucking
Resident
8.
Roman-
the best. I love it,
With
man.
Roman numeral.
They're doing it just
VILL.
to troll because they know they'll get publicity for it, dude.
Right.
It's Resident Evil Roman numeral VILL.
Yeah, not 8. Stop calling it 8. Okay.
No, it's not. It's not Resident Evil 8, guys. Please.
VILL.
Stop.
The one thing I will say is I'm genuinely interested in this game. One, I fucking hate zombies. That's probably why I mainly never played any of the other Resident Evils. And I played 5. I enjoyed 5 when me and James played it.
Yeah.
However-
So the only ones that have zombies is 1, 2, and 3.
Well, they're all
Oh,
still
okay.
technically
All right.
zombies.
All
Let's
right.
be real.
Mr.
Mr.
phone there,
Technical.
The Las Plagas is a parasite.
What did you call me?
I know, you're here.
The
over
Las
here talking
Plagas from
shit.
4
Yeah.
is a goddamn parasite that some crazy kooky people named fucking Ramon Salazar wanted to just inject into people. And Sadler was like, I'm just gonna inject it into these people and make them my slaves.
Make
And then Resident Evil
my mind
5
the zombies.
Resident Evil 5
sound
had
like
the
a good synonym?
Ouroboros. The Ouroboros, which is not zombies, it is a bioterrorist weaponry made by Tricell, which is actually Umbrella.
Alright, so I have a question for you. Do these, not zombies
Right, not
run
zombies.
at you and try to rip you apart and eat you?
They also try to shoot you
I guess a zombie really.
Okay.
with
So it's a
crossbows and
smarter
guns.
zombie. Evolved zombie.
They're zombies with
They're not-
GD.
They're not undead.
I get
they're
what you're
still-
saying. Neither was the Walking Dead movie, the shows then. Those aren't technically zombies if we want to get that, like, because it wasn't a virus that wiped them all out and turned them into zombies.
The Walking Dead isn't good.
I'm not, that's not up for debate. That's
the
just
difference.
facts.
We
Fuck
could-
you,
Those-
Daryl Grimes, or whatever your name is.
Zombies
love
are
you, Norman
Steve's
Reedus.
favorite thing to kill because there's no moral ambiguity. They just need to end. He's
Listen,
not wrong.
Resident Evil 4, you're not fighting zombies, you're fighting Spaniards. And
Excuse me?
Resident Evil 5, and in Resident Evil 5, you're not
Okay.
fighting zombies,
Yeah.
you're being incredibly racist. So they changed it.
Oh my.
That's true. Yes, that is true. You are very racist in Resident Evil 5.
Moving back to the village real quick before that continues. Apparently we're gonna go into like paranormal fucking zombie werewolf looking things and
That's
fucking
what Resident
ghosty
Evil 4 was
ghosts.
supposed to be.
Well, that's why.
That's what I heard.
The
That's
Devil
why-
May Cry.
That's why Piff's been playing Phasmophobia so much.
Like, I would love to play more Phasma because that game's fucking great. I enjoy it.
I bought a
lot.
mic. I got about a headset so we could play Phasmophobia. Still haven't played it.
Dude, that's
It's fun.
fucking. We're gonna play real soon here.
I got a
However,
funny YouTube video.
also, apparently, while the last 2 years have given us remakes of RE2 and then RE3, RE2 and then in parentheses, which was excellent, and then RE3, which was alright.
It was alright. It was pretty alright.
The series' 25th anniversary title, the new game is The Village. It's just gonna be a supernatural version, which I'm personally excited for, because the not zombies of every game besides 3 seem very similar to the zombies of 1 through 3.
Well, then there was 7. They had goo monsters.
Those
See,
are called
I didn't-
peck monsters.
7 had goo monsters and people
Okay.
that couldn't die. So anti-zombies.
God, I wish
But
I had
what-
that ability that I could just dump some shit on my arm, cut that shit off, throw it at somebody, put it back, dump some stuff on it.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it works.
In science, I want to live in that world.
The one thing I will say that was interesting about 5 and all that other shit was the fact that some of them like evolved and they fucking got like claw heads. I thought that
That's
was
where that
interesting.
started.
Where'd
Resident
that
Evil
start?
4.
Ah.
You're
Interesting.
Resident Evil 4.
Oh, that's one of my favorite games ever made.
Good.
Moving
That'll work out for
forward,
everybody.
Vampire the Masquerade, and if I recall, the original was really good. I enjoyed it. Bloodlines 2, another in the list of games that were delayed to 2021. The sequel to a cult classic, Bloodlines, has not had the easiest production, but last report we should actually be getting it in 2021. Apparently, this one's not even like for sure 2021. We're just hoping for the best. I remember watching some shit from the original. I had not personally played it. Anyone here have any expectations for what we're going to be getting or anything of the sort?
If it's just the first one, only prettier, be great.
Alright.
I'll be happy. I'll be a happy boy.
Oof.
And also looks like the pre-release material seems to imply the main character will have to work their way up from the bottom of some kindred society in Seattle, and you'll be able to choose of which many dark factions to support. It's a bit disappointing that some of the titular bloodlines, namely the Nosferatu and Gangrel, will not make it into the release version of the game. However, it will come in later as a DLC.
Yeah,
Moving forward.
That was the big thing about Vampire the Masquerade is that you got to choose which version of vampire you wanted to be.
That's really cool.
And they all
That's
had different
really
buffs
dope.
and debuffs.
Steve says the comparable werewolf game to it also looks pretty cool.
Interesting. It looks like we
He
are
also
going to be
agrees with you,
getting...
James. Better knock that shit off, Steve.
Alright. On to the next. We're getting the newest installment in good old Agent 47's line, Hitman 3.
Ooh.
The next installment in Agent 47's globe-hopping killing spree will be one of the 2021's first offerings, set to release January 20th. Not only will it be one of the first games in the series in a very long time to arrive on a Nintendo console, the Switch, but also it looks like it might be will be fully playable in VR and PSVR. My assumption is it's gonna be bald man shoots more people.
Hey, it
Sneaks
works.
around.
Mark, are you excited for Hitman 3?
Yeah, it comes out next month. It's kind of surprising. Like, it kind of snuck up around out of nowhere.
Honestly, the last Hitman game I really sat down and played was on the PlayStation 2, and I always killed... I believe so, because one of the first things I always did was I jumped into the monastery and killed one of the priests. And I took his suit.
Yep.
I did that a lot.
Talking about.
I took him into the shed and whacked his ass.
Hitman and Hitman 2, the new ones.
I'm dying. I remember that so
I would
like
recommend
vividly. I used to do the same exact shit.
Hell yeah.
I was like, I'm going to fucking hell for this.
Yep. No man, the Hitman games are fucking great. They're a great game if you just want to fucking shoot, bang, kill, but also be like stealthy about it and not first person. It was great. I loved it. The only thing I enjoyed more than that playing at 12 years old was fucking the game that's Manhunt. But moving on from that. Other than that, it doesn't really state anything crazy. It's going to be play the game, obviously. It's a conclusion to the reboot trilogy and started in 2016. Same sort of stealth, covert murder shenanigans that the series is known for. While the first game in the 2016 game, more specifically, was released in an episodic format, Hitman 3 has thankfully shed that pretension. Moving on to the next installment, everyone's giant dinosaur creature hitting, killing, gathering game, Monster Hunter Rise.
Hell yeah, I can't wait.
Monster Hunter World was such an overwhelming success. It is no surprise to see the series return. Unlike its predecessor, this one will be a Nintendo Switch exclusive. That's fucking annoying, by the way.
Now.
Do you think is it likely?
Yeah, I read in interviews that it might come to other systems.
Honestly, if you just give me it on PlayStation, I'm happy. I don't care about my PC.
You have a Switch. Play it on Switch. Play it on Switch with me.
Fuck you. Okay. That's fair. The thing that I am going to enjoy about this one is apparently it's going to have a much heavier art design on the Asian aesthetic than in any of the previous game series.
And Nate, you can pet the doggo in it. You don't have a cat.
True.
You don't just have a catto. You have a doggo too.
Okay. You know what? You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yes! Got another person to go questing with me.
I got you. I love those games, dude. Monster Hunter's fucking awesome.
A lot of people
I was so on top of that game, and then I stopped playing, and then Iceborne came out, and then I was so far behind, and the level cap was just too fucking far removed, and I was
Welcome
like,
to
I
Monster
can't
Hunter.
play. What, do I have to play it all the time?
You in G rank.
You in G-Rank now. It just, the fact that I was as high as you could get, and then like, but wait, there's a lot fucking more.
That's
and I was like, oh no. Okay,
Jeez.
understood. God damn. But the title Rise is based on the game's vertical level design, which you could traverse via an in-game grappling system. Like World, it'll feature a seamless open world rather than separated levels. And I agree with my fiance's opinion. Okay, not my fiance, but this man's fiance or female's fiance. I'm not sure. We'll agree with my fiance's opinion that the most interesting part of the new game will be something we've wanted to see for a while. Apparently, we're getting mounts. That sounds cool.
Doggo.
Neat.
That's gonna be the fucking dog. That's what you're gonna be able to
You
mount.
can ride the doggo.
Interesting. Is it like obviously probably like some sort of monster doggo?
No, it's a doggo.
PETA would not approve.
Why are you riding a doggo?
PETA would not approve of this.
I'm wearing like 80 pounds worth of fucking armor. What is like?
You come fucking
I'd argue I'm
strolling in
wearing like
on a Shih
150
Tzu.
pounds of armor. So, onto a game that I have no fucking clue. Bravely Default 2.
Okay,
I'm-
yeah, Bravely Default 2 is a sequel to Bravely Default on the Nintendo 3DS. It's a really hard turn-based RPG. There you go. Congratulations, you know about Bravely Default. It's really good.
Now you know.
On to the next one.
On to the next one. Alright, fucking slow down!
Next one.
Speed
The short
demon over
version.
here.
Apparently, it is the continuation of Bravely Second End Layer. Okay. Yeah, it's we've already had a direct sequel from Bravely Default, and that was Bravely Second End Layer, which this is the continuation from that. Bravely Default 2 appears to be following completely. Oh, this isn't even continuing. This is just a reboot. New characters in a JRPG. Have fun. Anyway, moving on to everyone's favorite fucking girl who shoots arrows and kills robotic animals. Horizon Forbidden West. I have played 10 minutes. No, maybe 30 minutes of the first game. And like, it looks great. It looks really interesting. But what is the fucking hype about? Because I was not interested, personally. Like,
Really?
I mean, it's cool
No.
that there's a second one, but the first one was not fucking enticing to me. Maybe I need to play more. Maybe I'll force myself to, but
What,
I
Horizon
couldn't get
Zero
into it.
Dawn?
Yeah, I couldn't get into it at fucking all. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't get into it. I played
I
Baby.
want to pick it up.
Hours.
I just
It
haven't
looks,
yet.
it looks good.
the thing is, like, I got it for free, so like, I have no reason not to play it. Because the PlayStation that I got came with Dad of Boy. Okay.
Came with what?
Like, oh, my PlayStation came with Dad of Boy. Exactly, Dad of Boy.
Boy.
Horizon Zero Dawn and The Last of Us, because I got like this bundle pack around last year holiday. But yeah, apparently this one's gonna be taking place in apocalyptic California. That looks neat, I guess.
I think it's the whole western part. I
Okay.
think you can go up to Seattle and stuff.
Oh, tight. As of right now, there's nothing besides a pre-rendered trailer to go by. You're gonna have a lot more exotic locations than the original Zero Dawn. It definitely seems designed to take full advantage of the PS5's hardware, which I am excited for because I don't know about anyone else, and the Xbox Series X is unstoppable within its own right, but the fucking levels of shit that they did in the PlayStation 5 with the DualSense, with the fucking audio quality, and like if you get the PlayStation headphones and everything.
No, any
I feel
headphones.
like,
well,
is it any headphones?
that do at least 7.1. I think yours are the ones that you're wearing right now will support.
Yeah,
that
these do.
audio.
These do. Okay, sick. Bro, that's gonna be fucking wild. That's gonna really put you inside the game. I'm really excited for that. And that's not just me being a PlayStation pleb. However, I'm a bit of a PlayStation pleb.
So I'm happy to admit to it.
The next one, we are getting yet another ripoff of Jak and Daxter. Another Ratchet and Clank we're getting, guys. So Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. It starts off with, speaking of games that were meant to test the limits of the PlayStation 5, the gameplay showcased of Rift Apart, which showed the titular duo warping between multiple different realities. Seemed like it'll do exactly that. Rumor has that a female longback shown in the trailer will be playable alongside Ratchet. But why are they giving us more characters to play as when it's Ratchet and Clank?
So, that female Lombax, who doesn't have a name, by the way,
Okay.
took literally an hour to get looted super hard.
Oh god.
Like,
The internet's
the hour
fast.
when they showed it, I already saw her tits on Twitter.
May heavens.
Actually, I think I remember you stating something about that.
The internet is quick, boys. Very quick.
The internet is fat. They're fast as fuck, boy. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's another Ratchet and Clank. Go have fun. I'll be excited when they release another Jak and Daxter because that's all I'm fucking asking for. That's literally all I want. I don't ask for much. I want one game to be rebooted like every other game has already been rebooted from my childhood.
The Last of Us Part 1 was originally going to be a Jak and Daxter game.
Excuse me.
Continue.
What? You have to tell. If you know more information, you have to tell me about that. Yeah. I'm very confused. Okay, so the next one. I'm not going to get into all the controversy about it. However, she is not going to be getting direct royalties or anything, but it's going to be Hogwarts Legacy. And I understand how the internet feels about this person. However, I'm very excited for this game. She has nothing to do with it, nor is she getting any of the royalties from the game. That has already been stated because she wanted nothing to do with the video game. I'm very excited. This game looks fucking awesome, and it's the first time I'm getting a full-blown RPG about Hogwarts. And I grew up on Harry Potter, and once again, don't give a shit about how people feel about her. I understand she's fucked up. I don't like her either, but I'm a huge Harry Potter nerd, and I'm fucking excited for this.
Well, it's awesome because of the fact
cool.
that you physically have to go to class to learn the skill, to learn how to craft the shit. And if you don't go to class, if you skip class, you don't learn how to do spells and shit, just like real school.
It's like
And I remember Bully too.
I remember Harry Potter Gmod RP.
Okay. That's the thing though, like I like
Literally the
this
same
game.
thing.
It's consequential. Like, if you want to fucking learn a bunch of shit, you gotta make sure you're on par. And I think that's gonna be really fun. Is the game probably gonna tank at the beginning? Sure, because a lot of our generation has short-ass attention spans and y'all suck. However,
Teacher, give me spell. I want spell. Teacher, spell.
give me the spell.
I need spell.
People are probably gonna fucking fall off real quick. But I think this game is gonna be extremely interesting. It's a full-blown RPG. You get to pick where you want to be. And I'm as much as I enjoyed the old Harry Potter games, I was so fucking tired of being Harry. I'm glad I get to pick and I get to go to Slytherin and be a Slytherin. Because the only reason I'm telling you I'm gonna be Slytherin, and I know that's where I'm gonna end up, is because my family does a Harry Potter night. Harry Potter Day, I mind you, right around his birthday every year, and it's a fucking 25-hour long session of every Harry Potter movie from beginning to end, and they're Sorting House cupcakes, and every year I've fucking gone, I've ended up with a green. Green means Slytherin, I'm a fucking Slytherin.
The
That's
cupcake
settled.
has spoken.
They're Sorting House cupcakes. It's so cool. My cousin always gets. There's 4 of my families that always get Gryffindor. I'm one of the only people that get Slytherin, and I always end up with it. It's so dope.
Hey, like Harry Potter said in the last movie, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right. Like, I fucking and every test I've ever taken, by the way, I end up with Slytherin. I'm just saying.
That's awesome.
Anyhow, full blown learning spells, actually having to physically go around and get things to craft the fucking the potions.
Steve says
you
Quidditch
know-
is in it.
Yeah, they get to fully play Quidditch, like not just the fucking time trial bullshit that was in the old ones. I hate time trials with a passion. Like the biggest thing I hate is putting me on a timer and I have to go through like hoops and shit or fucking
Man,
anything
you'll
like
love
that.
Superman 64 then.
I've watched it and I loathe that. Isn't that that's literally the game? That's all it is, isn't it?
No, there's parts of it where you're not doing that.
Isn't that like
It's
the
just
good
like the
chunk of
beginning
it? Okay,
That's just yeah.
Steve
that's
says
just
he's always Ravenclaw.
interesting. Okay,
Good one.
okay.
I don't even know what these
All
things
right.
mean.
Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff,
House.
Gryffindor, and Slytherin. There are houses, and they're based off of personality traits, inherent traits, and like how you were and how you're going to be. There's a lot of things. It's a very complex thing, but basically the movie explains it. They put a hat on your head. If you are like extremely forefront within honor and the right thing and a little bit of pride, you end up in fucking Gryffindor. If you're like real sensitive, real bookwormy, you're a Hufflepuff. If you're kind of like really kind of like a little bit of narcissism, you do things like the short way and like by any means necessary, regardless if you have to like undercut things here or there, like basically taking the easy way out, and a lot to do with like by any means necessary, you'll get your objective done. That ends up Slytherin, and then Ravenclaw is a lot to do with like kind of stuck up, like I would say more along the lines of like a stuck-up bookworm kind of thing. Like you're super, like you're very intelligent, and you kind of just think you're a little bit better, and it's a whole fucking thing. It's very, very complicated, and they all go back to their like original, like these houses are all based upon like certain wizards. It's a whole thing. If you're actually interested, which you probably aren't, and I've probably talked way more than I should have. But anyway, next game. It's called The Medium. My mouth is real dry. The Medium, I shall. The Medium looks like one of the most promising horror games of 2021. It's a psychological torment that takes place in Poland. Oh boy. And it is set to
the
take
scariest of all countries.
set to launch on January 28th. Assuming RE Village doesn't surprise launch in the next few weeks, that means it'll fill the January horror slot filled by the last few years by all the Resident Evil games. This game actually looks super interesting, and I wish I would have clicked on it and watched it, so I would have a better idea.
It's the game where it splits
Two games
between-
simultaneously.
Yeah, where you
Ooh.
transfer between two worlds. It's kind of like Silent Hill,
Okay.
where you have the normal world, and then you have the Hell world, where you could. But unlike Silent Hill, you can flip flop whenever you want in between. Two
Yeah,
worlds.
so essentially you're in a normal world and you hear like shit going on, but you don't see anything. You flip to the hell world and there can be a monster face. And if you're not paying attention and you don't flip to the hell world, that monster will kill you.
Interesting.
Yep,
Okay.
it's two games that are being rendered simultaneously at the exact same time. First game to ever
Really
do that.
cool.
I don't think
So-
it's rendered at the same time.
Well, that's what they say.
yeah,
The point of the titular main character is that she can travel between the human and the spirit worlds at will, and can use her ability to solve puzzles and work out the truth of what happened in the abandoned hotel that she is stuck in. There's also some kind of evil entity called the Maw, and it's all very Silent Hill. And that's never a bad thing. These and many more games will be gracing our PCs and consoles over the next few years.
we're never
thank-
getting a new Silent Hill, so
Happy gaming
Deal with
to
this.
you all.
The mall was
That is
the
how it
name.
ends.
The mall was
What?
the mall was the name of the place in the Little Nightmares.
The Maw, like MAW.
I think so.
Interesting.
I don't
This
remember
game
the
looks
names.
super dope. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've heard that word before, though.
Yeah, that game looks
Yeah.
super cool. It was supposed to be released this year and got delayed.
yeah.
But that is all
Play
for
it
my
as soon as it
most
comes out.
anticipated. Are you gonna play The Medium?
Yeah, I'm gonna play it as soon as it comes out on PC.
Bet. I'm gonna
Yeah,
stream it.
Bet your sweet ass, I will.
Before we move on, I'll just knock out May really quick. First part of May, nothing really happened. We have May 10th, John Krasinski on his YouTube series, A Little Bit of Good News. He has the cast of The Office reunite for a couple's wedding. If you haven't seen it, it's actually really cool. Basically, the couple the couple loved The Office. That John Krasinski Skyped them, was Zoomed, called them, and invited everyone from The Office to do that dance that they did in The Office when they went down the aisle for this couple as they got married, and John Krasinski actually married them. That was pretty fucking cool. Yeah.
Dope.
So that was pretty fucking awesome. Kind of skipped forward a bunch. Like I said, May didn't have... Oh, no, I lied. May 3rd. We get the invasion of murder hornets.
Oh God, the murder hornets.
I still
can't believe I
watch my
missed that.
back. You have to be careful because they're immune to snow. They're immune to cold effects.
Quick conspiracy hat.
Uh-oh.
What if they never actually existed? What if they never, like, not existed, but never actually came over, but that was more or less a way to keep people from, like, being really outside a lot and whatnot? Because I'm gonna be honest, I saw like 2 or 3 things on the internet, and I am on the internet quite a bit, but I didn't see very many people freaking out about these things.
No.
I saw pictures on Twitter.
Yeah, I did too. I saw pictures of the bees. They're Asian They're Asian hornets, is what they are.
Right.
Yeah, I saw people post pictures on Twitter being like, "Well, looks like I'm dying today."
The thing is,
Terrifying.
This is how it ends.
they definitely look horrifying. However, a lot of the ones that were posted, people ended up like, I'm not saying like not the ones that you saw, but like a lot of the ones that I had seen that were posted, if you go far enough into the comments, you'll see that a lot of people debunked that one, and it was like, this is actually this bee. It has a very similar aspect of that bee that you're afraid of, but it's not that one. Like, there are giant hornets in... I've physically seen giant hornets. Not obviously the same ones, but like back when I was younger, there was a fucking hornet with a thorax that was like that big, and the fucking thing was like that goddamn big sitting on a rock. When me and my buddy were trying to cross it when we were like 12 years old. And we decided to not go across the fucking creek that day because that bee was guarding it, and it was his creek. Not ours.
Today.
No, we saw that thing. Like, bro, the thing is, if you get close enough to a bee, like a hornet, and you see it fucking breathing, it's fucking thorax.
You're
like,
too close to that
bro.
bee.
It was scary as fuck. It was me and my buddy Austin. Like, it was wild. But anyway, sorry, continue.
Now you're good. On May 7th, the 2 individuals who shot and killed Ahmed Arbery, the teen in Georgia, were arrested for murder. So that was a positive.
I actually didn't know that, and I'm really glad to hear.
Yep. May 8th, the unemployment reaches its highest level in history at 14.7.
Out of curiosity, real fast, not to cut you off.
Yeah.
But does that include or exclude the technical furloughs? Is furlough still technically no? It's not technically unemployment though.
No, it's people who straight lost their job.
I was just curious. I genuinely didn't know.
May 22nd, Lori Loughlin pleads guilty for the college administration scandal. If you're not familiar with what that was, she bribed the rowing coach of Lori Loughlin was the character of Full House, the wife.
Oh shit!
Jesse's.
Yeah.
Yeah, she bribed the rowing coach of USC, to let her daughters who were not smart enough to get into the college to get full scholarships. She paid the rowing coach $500,000 to say that they were part of the rowing team, even though they've never rowed in their life.
I love it.
That's America.
Hold on.
And then a whole
Let's
bunch
get
of other
fucking
people got it.
Alabama all over this shit.
Bro.
Because Alabama just does that for their football team and basketball team. It doesn't goddamn matter.
You no longer have a quiet mic, my friend. For some reason, you boosted the
Really?
Yeah.
on me.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good, homie.
That shit.
No, but like there was a lot of fucking passion in that one. Jesus. So I mean, I could talk about that a lot, and I have like a certain opinion on that, to be completely honest, because she got busted because she's famous.
Yep.
It happened. However, I feel like this is not a thing that doesn't happen all the goddamn time.
I guarantee it does.
Yeah.
100%.
Hundreds of times a year, I guarantee these wealthy execs and shit. Not even like Gates level, but people who make over 6 figures or like within like the mid 6 to almost 7s, 100% get their kids in because they slide somebody some money.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way.
Talks.
Absolutely, because money is one evil. I don't disagree. I'm honestly kind of a materialistic person myself. However, money is evil, and two, if we're all fucking victim to it. That's just the way it is. And like, if you can make your kid's life a little easier by sliding somebody some money, is there really any
Don't be
negative about that?
surprised. Don't be surprised.
No
when
one
people
knows
do
hurt.
it.
Yeah.
Right? Like no one gets fucking hurt. I don't know. Sorry, that was just my little piece on it.
Oh, she pleads guilty and is sentenced 2 months in jail. Which people are pissed about that because usually that's like a minimum 10-year sentence, but she got 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
May
harsh.
25th.
Gotta love our
un-
judicial system.
Yep. May 25th, unfortunately, will go down as another extremely dark day in America. It was the death of George Floyd. I won't go into that because everyone knows essentially what that is about. May 26th, Twitter announces that they will be adding a fact check link to all tweets in response to Donald Trump's tweets, and they officially marked his tweets as misleading. That was the first day that started happening.
Poke the bear.
May 28th, Indianapolis and more states announced a national emergency due to the protests of George Floyd. May 29th, the police officers involved in the murder were killed. Also on May 29th, the Netflix series Space Force was released.
That show was fun.
That was fucking hilarious.
Also, the same day it was released, Space Force filed and was approved for the copyright of the name Space Force, the patent of the name Space Force, because the United States government forgot to do it.
Get fucked, US.
That's a hard F in chat.
Because
Sorry, Donnie.
I don't know if our government even cares.
There was a stink about it.
Yeah, there was.
Was there really?
Because
Yeah.
because the United States doesn't own the name to Space Force. Netflix does.
They got. I know there was a little bit of a stink about it
That is
because they were like, "Well, we have this, and this is an actual government organization," and da 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 da. But Netflix is like, "Ha, poo poo."
Yep. Yeah, they filed. Netflix filed for all the trademarks, everything. So they own every right in every aspect of the name Space Force because the United States government didn't think of doing. Because they didn't think they had
take
to.
it.
But then Netflix was like, "No, we got this."
I'm so paranoid. I make extra Twitches and fucking YouTubes that I may never use because I want a name. Like, come on now.
Yeah. There was talks about a legal battle, which hasn't transpired yet. But I think eventually, if Space Force does catch ground more, I think there will be, because obviously the United States needs the rights to the name Space Force if they're going to make it an actual branch of the military.
Hold on, folks. Maybe this is what happened in the Halo series, which is why they became Space Marines instead of Space Force. Well, did y'all ever think of that one? That's how it's the
Halo
USM.
universe.
A
Exactly.
multimedia streaming service.
We're on our way. The
Obtained
an
fucking
official
elite are
title
coming.
now.
What's up?
They have an official title now.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that.
The Jean-Luc
Oh, yeah.
Picard school for Jean-Luc Picard.
They're called the Guardians.
Oh.
I thought the Guardians were a separate entity.
I don't believe so.
Because I know, like, if you went out of bounds, you got killed by the Guardians. Or is that just other people killing you?
Oh no, like Space Force, like U.S. Space Force is called
shit.
Guardians.
Yo,
Okay, so that's
we are
why.
living in the fucking world! Destiny
changed
is
their
only
name.
like another 150,000 years out. It's fine.
Or we're
Change their
living in
name.
the Destiny universe.
That's amazing. Oh, we got to change our name because of Netflix.
That's funny.
Speaking of space,
ridiculous.
on May 30th, Space Force, not Space Force, SpaceX Dragon 2 launches their space shuttle, launching 2 men into space to link up at the International Space Station. I didn't realize that was that far ago. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah,
Boom.
I remember watching it. I remember watching it live.
And I'll hold off on June until the next roundabout. So whoever has some stuff, go. Wanna go, James?
Yeah, I can go. So let's take a look at according to Metacritic, the 15 worst and best movies of 2020. So let's take a look at the best movies first. We'll save the worst for last because that's, the 2020 way. So at number 15, we have Small Axe Education with an 88% on Metacritic. Education is coming of age story of a 12-year-old Kingsley who has a fascination for astronauts and rockets. When Kingsley is pulled to the headmaster's office for being disruptive in class, he discovers he is being sent to a ellipse. I'm not reading the rest of it. Number 14 is Ma Rainey's Black Bottom at an 88%.
Okay.
Tensions and temperatures rise over the course of an afternoon recording session in 1920 Chicago as a band of musicians await trailblazing performers. The legendary Mother of Blues, Ma Rainey, late to the session, the fearless Fee. Number 13, Minari, tender and with an 88% on Metacritic. A tender and sweeping story about what roots us. Minari follows a Korean-American family that moves to a tiny Arkansas farm in search of their own American dream. The family home changes completely with their arrival of their sly, foul-mouthed butt. Number 12 is City Hall. At an 88%. City Hall or city government touches almost every aspect of our lives. Most of us are unaware of that is not a good sentence. Most of us are unaware of or take for granted the necessary services such as police, sanitation, veterans affairs, elder supports, parks, licensing of various professional activities, record keeping. Number 98 is Dick Johnson is Dead at a 98% on Metacritic. A lifetime of making documentaries has convinced the award-winning filmmaker Kristen Johnson of the power of the real. But now she is ready to use every escapist movie-making trick in the book, staging intervene in fantastic ways for her 86. Number 10 is First Cow with a 89 on Metacritic. A Tactoon loner and skilled cook has traveled west and joined a group of fur trappers in Oregon Territory. Though he finds true connections with a Chinese immigrant also seeking his fortune. Soon, the two collaborate on a... Number 9 is Small Axe Mangrove at a 90%. Mangrove tells the story of a restaurant and its owner in London, Notting Hill. Repeated police harassment leads to a protest march where 9 arrests are made and the result in a show trial at the Old Bailey in 1971, making legal history. Number 8 out of 90 is Hamilton, the real-life story of America's foremost founding fathers and first Secretary of Treasury, Alexander Hamilton, filmed live on Broadway from the Richard Rogers Theater with the original Broadway cast. Number 90 is Gunda. Experimental cinema in its... Oh, that has a 90%. Gunda. Experimental cinema in its purest form. Gunda chronicles the unfiltered lives of a mother pig, a flock of chickens, and a herd with masterful intimacy, using stark, transcendent black and white cinematography and the farm's ambient. Number 6 at a 91% is Never Really... Never Really, Sometimes Always. Faced with an unintended pregnancy and a lack of local support, Autumn and her cousin Skylar embark across the state lines to New York City on a fraught journey of friendship, bravery, and compassion. Number 5 is Time at a 91. Fox Rich is a fighter, an entrepreneur, abolitionist, and mother of 6 boys. has spent the last 2 decades campaigning for the release of her husband, Rob G. Rich, who is serving 6-year sentence for robbery they both committed back in the early 90s. Number 4 is David Bryan's American Utopia at 93. It is a critically acclaimed Broadway show to HBO in a one-of-a-kind film directed by Spike Lee, recorded during its run at Broadway's Hudson Theater in New York City. Number 3 is The Collective at 95. Collective is a heroic team of journalists as they uncover shocking, widespread corruption after a deadly nightclub fire, the mysterious death of the owner of a powerful pharmaceutical firm, and the quiet resignation of a health minister. Number 2 is Small Axe Lovers Rock at 95. A single evening at a house party in 1980s West London sets the scene, developing intertwined relationships against a background of violence, romance, and music. And the number 1 best film from Metacritic in 2020 is Nomadland at a 96. Following an ergonomic collapse of a company town in rural Nevada, Fern packs her van and sets off on the road, exploring a life outside of conventional society as a modern-day nomad.
There you go.
And then real quick, let's take a look at the 15 worst. I'm just going to read off the 15 worst. I'm not going to really give a description. All right, this is going from 1 to 15. So the worst film is Reality Queen at a 7% on Rotten Tomato. Number 2 is Love, Weddings, and Other Disasters at an 11. After We Collided is number 3 at 14% on Metacritic. The Last Days of American Crime is number 4 at 15%. Mortal is number 5 at 20%. Blumhouse's Fantasy Island is number 6 at 22%. Number 7 is The Babysitter Killer Queen at 22%.
Queen.
Number 8 is Buddy Games at 22%. Number 9 is The Tax Collector at 22%.
Excuse me.
Number 10 is the very excellent Mr. Dundee at 24%. Number 11 is Surviving the Night at 26%. Shortcut is number 12 at 26%. 13 is Doolittle at 26%. Robert Downey Jr. turns out isn't a good actor. Number 14 is Songbird at 27%. And number 15 is Endless at 27%.
Nice. Those are really low.
No one mentioned my little comment, but okay.
I fucking darted right the fuck at you. I know you saw it. I know you saw it.
No, I was too busy
No?
eating.
No, yeah, I heard it because I was looking at my list here because I had a little bit of things to add because I also had movie stuff. And as soon as I heard it, I went, and then slowly dropped my eyes into a disapproving state.
Nate, read your chat. Your audio's fucked, by the way.
My audio's oh, fuck. Wait, what is...
According
What?
to Jacko.
What's wrong with it exactly? Everything's on here is coming through all right.
Jesus
Can y'all-
Christ, his stream audio is murderous.
I'm sorry?
Well, before Nate adds on, I'll do June really quick while he's trying to fix his audio. So June right now, unfortunately, the United States is in shambles. A lot of protests going on as related to the George Floyd. On June 1st, HBO Max is released. Also on June 1st, Trump announces that he declares the United States in this national emergency, saying that he'll deploy military to different cities, then tear gassing people outside the White House so he can take a picture with the Bible at a church, stemming a lot of controversy. In light of everything going on, a lot of companies remove a lot of movies and slogans from their websites and stuff. HBO Max on June 9th removes Gone with the Wild, to then bring it back on Gone with the Wind. Yeah, sorry. On June 17th, Quaker Oats announces that Aunt Jemima that will be retired. Also on June 17th, Disney announced that Splash Mountain will be rebranded from the Song of the South to Princess and the Frog. What else we got here? On June 8th, I forgot about this. No, wait, on June 5th, sorry, I missed it. So, Washington, D.C. mayor designs 2 blocks in downtown Washington, D.C. as Black Lives Matter Plaza, writing Black Lives Matter on the streets. Basically, that then stemmed many other cities to do the same thing. On June 19th, Juneteenth is officially observed across the country, the day that slavery was abolished, making it a national holiday, which means in celebration of everyone, it is now a federal national holiday, which is awesome.
That means everybody is off that day.
Yep, and you get paid for it. On June 19th, after many months, the Arizona Governor Ducey, finally decides to close all bars, nightclubs, gyms, theaters, water parks, and restaurants for 30 days as the coronavirus pandemic in our state became worse, even though it was fucking disastrous before then. He decided not to do anything until June. On June 23rd, Columbus, Ohio gets 54,000 signatures in less than 2 weeks to rename their town Flavortown for Guy Fieri.
I'm Guy Fieri. Welcome to Flavortown.
Was it enough? Were they able to do
No,
it?
no, unfortunately, it wasn't.
It's not Flavortown, Ohio.
That needs to be a thing. Where's that petition? I want to be a part of it.
So,
I
yeah.
approve that idea.
Guy Fieri.
I'll do July really quick. On July 3rd, Hamilton releases on Disney Plus, causing an outrage of people on who couldn't download the app and getting very upset. On
One of the best movies according top 15 movies according to Metacritic.
July 4th, Kanye West announces that he will be running for President of the United States. Which, if you've he actually got 56,000 votes because he was a write-in. It was the most in history. Which is fucking crazy to know.
Yeah, 50-some thousand people threw their votes away.
Yep. On July 15th, Twitter was hacked. A lot of CEOs, public figures, and celebrities and the president was hacked in what was a Bitcoin scandal. Basically, you went to Elon Musk's Twitter page. It told you to click on this link and buy Bitcoin.
Or Bill Gates, or tons of people.
Which was absolutely crazy.
Why didn't that happen to me? I have like 15 followers.
Yeah. On July 14th, Ivanka Trump tweets that if you lost your job during the pandemic, just to get a new one.
God damn it. That's privilege in a nutshell right there.
Yep. I also have another funny thing about Ivanka Trump later too. On July 25th, 2 hurricanes simultaneously make landfall in South Texas, making it the first time 2 hurricanes hit the same state at the same time.
In recorded history, yeah.
In recorded history, which is wild that happened. Between the time of July 19th and July 25th, Among Us comes alive. that is when the peak of Among Us started, and it just basically climbed from there. What were you saying, Schroeder? You're muted.
Oh no, Steve said no climate change here. Yeah. Freezing.
Oh yeah.
Obviously. Climate change is the thing.
But that is all I have for those months. There was a bunch of like pandemic stuff, but nothing too crazy. So, Nate, you said you have some more movie news?
I do. All right. So this is according to IMDb. Obviously, IMDb, anyone can make a list realistically, but this seems to be the most, like, the top-rated list of all the people who are making lists. We're gonna go from number 10, just because all of them except one, James did not talk about. No, he only talked about one of them, and all the others were not talked about.
Oh,
So
so
it started-
best movies.
Yeah, this is top 10 of 2020. I thought there were three or four of them that I was really happy to see on here as like high rated. So number 10 is Antebellum. Apparently, Antebellum overall has a Metascore of 45 and only a 5.6 rating from IMDb. Apparently, it's about a successful author. Her name is Veronica Henley. She finds herself trapped in a horrifying reality, and she must uncover the mind-bending mystery before it's too late. It is the screen, not the screen, but the cover is very weirdly reminiscent of the butterfly effect. I'm not sure if that's like supposed to mean anything. Probably not. It's just some bloody-looking butterfly over someone's mouth. Okay, so moving on from that. This one's got a IMDb rating of 6.4, a Metascore of 66. It's called Freaky. After swapping bodies with a deranged serial killer, a young girl in high school discovers that she has less than 24 hours before the change becomes permanent. So basically, horror version of Freaky Friday.
I was gonna say that's just Freaky Friday.
Yeah, Freaky Friday with some murder thrown in. Number 8 is actually, with a Metascore of 65 and a 6.1, is Bill and Ted Face the Music. It's another Bill and Ted movie. Once told they'd have to save the world, or have to save the universe during a time-traveling adventure, two would-be rockers from San Dimas, California, find themselves a middle-aged dads trying to crank out a hit song and fulfill their destiny. The next one is also a horror movie. And I thought this movie was actually pretty solid. With a 7.1 and a Metascore of 72. It is The Invisible Man. If anyone's seen that, it's actually a pretty solid movie. Good ending.
I don't know, man. I can see him, so
Couldn't see him till the end, though. He was sneaky.
still some.
When Cecilia's abusive ex takes his own life and leaves her his fortune, she suspects his death was a hoax. As a series of coincidences turn lethal, Cecilia works to prove that she is being haunted by someone no one can see. Number 6 is Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. That movie was fine. There was nothing great about it. It was an okay movie. And if you were a fan of, DC and the Birds of Prey, which I know there aren't many of you out there, but there are some fans of them, you will know that they did nothing for the Birds of Prey, and they pretty much weren't in the movie to the last 5 minutes. So it was very misleading, but that had a 6.1 and a Metascore of 60. Not really sure why that one's higher. Very confused on that. But anyhow, the next one is 7.8 with a Metascore of 77. The Trial of the Chicago 7. Not really familiar with this. The story of 7 people on trial stemming from various charges surrounding the uprising of the 1968 Democratic National Convention in Chicago, Illinois. Number 4, 72 rating on IMDb with a 79 Metascore. Mank. It is a 1930s Hollywood is reevaluated through the eyes of scathing social critic and alcoholic screenwriter Herman J. Mankiewicz as he races to finish the screenplay of Citizen Kane. That's interesting. Never actually seen Citizen Kane. Heard it's great.
It's one of the best movies ever made.
I hear that. I have yet to actually be able to confirm. I might have to watch it one of these days. Number 3, with a 7.1 and a 67 Metascore, is The King of Staten Island, which I heard is honestly a really good movie. Scott has been a case of arrested development since his firefighter dad died. He spends his days smoking weed and dreaming of being a tattoo artist until events force him to grapple with his grief and takes his first steps toward in life. It's basically, if you're unfamiliar, it's the entire story of like Pete Wentz, and it's really interesting. So Pete Davidson, why the fuck did I just say Wentz? I'm good.
Yeah, I was gonna correct you, and I was like, Pete Wentz.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
No, I know. Pete Davidson. The whole story of Pete Davidson. He's a stand-up comedian, hosts SNL. He has been a host on SNL quite a bit. He's great. He's awesome. Pete Davidson's a great guy. He seems like he's really nice. Number 2, James has already talked about. With a Metascore of 88 and a 7.2 on IMDb, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I would explain it, but James already had. Coming in at number 1, the Metascore is fairly low at 69.
Nice.
But it has the highest overall IMDb rating of a 7.6. That movie is a movie that Schroeder had jumped into a little bit, but me and Brandon started watching it. Tenet. That movie's fucking wild. Tenet is a absolute trip of a movie. It is, in my opinion, the first good thing Christopher Nolan has done since The Dark Knight.
Christopher Nolan needs to stop smelling his own farts.
Whatever Christopher Nolan forgot how to do in the past decade, he figured it out, because this movie was bomb. Definitely recommend it. Armed with only one word, Tenet, and fighting for the survival of the entire world, a protagonist journeys through a twilight world of international espionage and a mission that will unfold in something beyond real time. Yeah, that is my top 10.
Knock out August, and then Mark and Schroeder, you guys can go. August didn't have a ton.
Thank God.
August 4th, the massive explosion in Burt, the Burt port, the detonation of 2,750 tons of ammonium nitrate. You probably all saw the videos of the huge mushroom cloud that destroyed glass up to 100 miles away, which was absolutely crazy. Let me see here. August 11th, Joe Biden declares that Senator Kamala Harris will...
Huh?
Oh, sorry, Nate had texted us. August 7th, at this point people were more or less just fed up with wearing a mask. 400,000 people met up in South Dakota for an anti-masking social distancing rally.
Sturgis?
Yeah, Sturgis, yeah. The motorcycle rally. Yep, you're right. Yep, that's exactly what it was. How'd you know that? Did you remember that?
Yeah, I just remember that. And that's when
funny.
Sturgis happens.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. That's fucking funny.
And what else happens in South Dakota? I mean, really.
Yeah, that's true. August 16th, a cluster of thunderstorms as well as of an August complex fire starts a fire in California, which will then become the largest fire in California history, and as well as one of the largest national fires in mankind. We'll talk about that more in a second. August 16th, Death Valley reaches 130 degrees, the highest temperature on Earth in the last century. August 16th, President Trump is escorted from the White House press conference after a man with a gun jumps over the fence onto the lawn. I remember that. I remember seeing that video.
Yeah.
August 19th, Apple becomes the first company valued at $2 trillion. That was crazy. August 20th, Trump's ex-advisor, Steve Bannon, is arrested and charged with fraud. I remember that. I also forgot in February, Mr. Peanut died and was within a week.
No,
I remember
we don't
that.
talk. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about Little Nut.
It's true. And that's pretty much about it. Oh, on August 26th, Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos becomes the first person in history to have a net worth of $200 billion. Which is fucking insane that he's worth that much money.
Yeah.
August 28th, another tragic loss. Chadwick Boseman passes with his battle from colon cancer. Mark or Schroeder, do you guys got anything? You're not talking, Schroeder.
I found something pretty small.
Yeah, what do you got?
Just a top 10 YouTube video list.
Let's fucking do it.
Oh yeah. At number 10 is actually some good news. It was the first episode he did.
John Krasinski.
Yeah, his is number
Nice.
10. Yeah. Number 9 is Dude Perfect with Quarantine Stereotypes. I don't really remember seeing that.
Dude
one.
Perfect still makes videos.
Yeah, they have a TV. They have a show on Nickelodeon.
Really?
Yep.
Number 8, NBC, Ricky Grievous' monologue, 2020 Golden Globes.
Oh yeah, that was what I was talking about earlier when he rips everyone apart.
Good old Ricky Gervais.
At number 7, Dream with a Minecraft speedrun versus 3 Hunters grand finale.
Oh yeah.
What
yeah.
was
So it's the speed run of Minecraft that was turned out to be fake.
that? Oh shit.
It was made in the game Dreams, wasn't it?
It was. No, Dreams is a Minecraft speedrunner.
Oh, I thought it was made in the game. So okay, never mind.
Yeah, but it turned out to be fake, and he it was gonna be like world record or something stupid, but they figured out that like his luck was like 1 in like 10 billion.
Jeez.
So he
I
basically got
know.
canceled amongst the speedrun community.
Oh shit. At number 6, we have Nikki Tutorials with I'm Coming Out. Don't know what that one is.
Probably coming out as
Probably.
either like pan or bi or homosexual, something like that.
Right? Number 5.
Oh yeah, that's what was people announcing. Yeah, that's what exactly what, that they were gay.
Okay. Number 5, we have Mr. Beast. I bought the world's largest fireworks.
Yeah, he launched. It was 1 million fireworks.
My God, that's too many.
Yeah,
Man,
he-
what a gender reveal party.
We bought an island. He probably did it there. I don't know where you'd be able to. At number 4, we have Jeffree Star. We broke up.
Jeffree Star is he is makeup mogul. If you don't know who that is, he's got tattoos. He's a transsexual, transgender,
See?
but he's worth like a shit ton of money. He does makeup.
Like James
Videos and
Charles.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the Jacksepticeye to PewDiePie's James Charles.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. At number 3, we have SNL. First debate cold open.
Oh, okay. That would have been Jim Carrey and Jim Carrey as Joe Biden and what the fuck's his name as Trump? Alec Baldwin as Trump.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
At number 2, we have Mark Robber building the perfect squirrel-proof bird feeder. I seen that one. That was
Nice.
funny.
Yeah, if you don't know who that is, the videos he does like the fake boxes where you open them and it shoots glitter and gas at you.
Yeah, people steal them.
Yeah, he's that. It's that guy.
And at number 1, Netflix is a Joke by Dave Chappelle.
Good old James Chappelle.
Yeah, the number 1 video on YouTube. Cool.
What is that? Netflix is a joke. Is a
It says 8:46, Dave Chappelle. So I'm gonna guess that's 8:46 like minutes into that. Special. Probably.
Okay, it must just be like something from the special.
That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably from his special.
I'll do September, and then if you want to go, Mark, if you have anything. So, September 5th, Authentic wins the Kentucky Derby. Also on September 5th, currently we are at the world, it's 2.1 million acres have burned in California to date, with the second heat wave coming up. So a couple on September 5th said, we're having a baby, and you know how we're going to show everybody? By lighting off an explosive.
Half the state on fire.
By lighting an explosive that's going to pop out blue smoke when we reveal that it's a boy. Malfunctions and explodes, adding to the wildfires, making it the worst natural disaster in United States history. The wildfire from the general reveal party expands to Oregon, where you now can see fire and smoke in Washington, Arizona, and New Mexico. After this happened for like a month, every day I'd go to work and I thought it was cloudy. I'm like, man, it's really foggy today. It's just like, it's crazy. Come to find out, it was the smoke from the California wildfires that moved over.
Oh, bonkers, dude.
Yep, it's fucking insane. September 13th, we get to see, we are enlightened with Captain America's penis. When showing his Instagram pictures on live, he accidentally scrolls through and shows a picture of his dick.
Nice.
Which then he made fun of the next day on the 14th and said, now that I have all your attentions, please go vote on November 3rd. On September 19th, Oracle and Walmart agree to purchase part ownership of TikTok for the United States branch after it was threatened to be banned for life by Donald Trump after some US soldiers decided to make TikTok videos of classified paperwork, classified weapons, and other military equipment on their military provided phones.
That is a great idea.
Because it was owned by a Chinese company in the rights. They said they have the rights to any video that they can use on the platform, and they can use for whatever. Basically, they were threatened to use those as blackmail. Yeah, that's why they would fucking do that. I have no idea. Let's see what we got here. On September 16th, Microsoft buys Bethesda.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
For and their parent company for $7.5 billion, making it the biggest and expensive gaming takeover in video game history. Let's see, we got anything else for September? September 29th, the presidential debate happens in Cleveland. And September 28th, the Tampa Bay Lightning beat the Dallas Stars to win the Stanley Cup. On September 4th, Mulan released to Disney Plus. Because anyone cares.
No one cares.
Also, before we move on, there's a special somebody. It is now midnight your time. It's their birthday. It's Mr. James. People I Hate Studios, Jimmy Noodles GG. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, sir.
Birthday, man.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Happy birthday.
I am 26 years old today.
Congratulations.
I am officially an old man
Why?
to them young kids.
Happy birthday, my dude.
Moving forward, every winter will get slightly colder.
Exactly. You have anything, Mark?
Yeah, I guess so. It's not particularly relevant, but I guess I did my game of the year as well as most disappointing games of the year.
Do it up, man. Whatever you got.
Not necessarily a public list, and it's just kind of my opinion. So take it with a grain of salt, but I try to back it up a little bit.
No,
So I guess we'll just get started with it. So my game of the year, in case you, does anybody have any guesses? Actually,
Death Stranding.
who would have fucking guessed?
That's what I was gonna say. Death Stranding.
Yeah, so released on PC in July of this year, Death Stranding became one of my favorite titles. Whenever I first picked it up, I was initially hesitant whenever I bought it, being that it was a $60 game, and I didn't want to experience any buyer's remorse buying a game that I'll never end up playing. So I decided that I would give it about 2 or 3 hours worth of playing to figure out if I'd actually like it or not. Later, those 2 hours turned into 6, later 8, and then 10, and you can expect how that went. So from the beautiful environments to overly explained and thought-provoking storytelling, Death Stranding's interactive and goal-oriented gameplay really provided me a level of satisfaction that no other game has properly yet to accomplish. Watching streams or videos of the games often fail to give the game justice as the most interesting part of the game, and interactive gameplay usually happens throughout the game as you traverse and rebuild the post-apocalyptic America. I finished the main story in about 58 hours, but I currently have about 72 hours, and I still plan to return to it soon. So, play Death Stranding if you haven't. It's a great game.
That's
Mark,
awesome.
Not to toot my own horn or anything, but I feel like I might have helped push you towards playing Death Stranding.
Well, you definitely influenced me playing it. Like, initially, I probably wouldn't have looked at it. Like, it would have been similar to Metal Gear Solid 5. Like, I didn't buy it until, like, years afterwards. Like,
Metal Gear Solid 5 isn't that great, though.
what's interesting is you see a lot of the same concepts from Metal Gear Solid 5, but better and well enforced in Death Stranding.
Someone put it on Twitter. There was just near the edge of the map, there's just a road that's broken in the shape of a cross. And man, Kojima has the subtlety of a shotgun in a lot of cases.
Yeah, it's a fantastic title. It's beautiful, great storytelling. Definitely would recommend if you're looking for a game to sink some time into. Some notable titles that I also thought about. A lot of these games are either old or still in development, but I still wanted to mention them because they're still being updated and still continue being developed. So first one up, one I sunk in a shit ton of time this year was Satisfactory. It's an early access game that was initially released in October of 2018, but it's one of my most played titles this year with almost 72 hours worth of playtime.
Wow.
So basic premise of it is that exploring and finding resources and automating the logistics while simultaneously manufacturing multiple end products. It's a great game. I'd check it out. It's on early access, Epic and Steam, and it might come to other platforms later. Who knows? But it's still in development. My last notable mention would be No Man's Sky. So it released a terrible reception back in August 2017, but No Man's Sky really surprised me this year. For the game turning 5 years old this year, Hello Games continues to develop. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's 2016. Hello Games continues to develop and release interesting and interactive updates that will continue to bring new and old players back to the game. Recently, within the last month, or I guess it was about 2 months ago, they released like a whole visual update to bring it to next generation consoles. So it looks fucking fantastic. They updated their world generation, so there's a lot more variety and interactivity. I currently have about 90 hours in the game, and I still don't believe I've experienced everything that it has to offer. Alrighty, now to the more fun list. My most disappointing games of the year.
I'm interested in this one.
Am I the only one that has an easier time talking about games that are like just not good?
Yeah, they're easy to remember.
It's easier to talk about.
By the way, Steve said
Like
Yeah,
good
man.
games,
VR.
it's like, yeah, it's good because of XYZ. And well, it's bad games, it's like, well, it's bad because of ABC through Z.
Steve's suggesting that the No Man's VR is pretty dope.
Oh yeah, they added that too not too long ago.
Yeah.
They're still going at it. Like compared to 5 years ago, it was not. I mean, it was fun, but like it was not a game that I can consider sinking more than 20 hours into at most. Now it's just like so much content. Like, definitely recommend it. All right, so most disappointing games of the year. Well, let's start out with one that's a little bit out there that you guys probably didn't expect. Super Meat Boy Forever.
Oh, I heard that game is very disappointing.
Really?
So so this game came out, but no one really talked about it.
Like 5 years in the making.
Yeah, it came out a few days ago, but I never heard anything about it. It's kind of a Super Meat Boy game, but it's an auto runner, which would be fine if you could change the speed in which you're running at all. So without the movement mechanic, the game feels a lot more like a puzzle platformer instead of like a hell platformer is what I'd call it. Like a platformer that's just super difficult. So it's a different gameplay experience. I also experienced multiple bugs throughout the game, causing it to freeze or crash upon changing settings or completing a level.
That's so disappointing.
It's $10. It's $10 on the Epic Game Store with an Epic coupon. You can get an Epic coupon by adding one of the free games at your library and completing that transaction, in case you're curious. But it's out, but it was pretty disappointing, not gonna lie. Next one, which y'all probably would expect, would be Cyberpunk. I tried to be pretty quick on this. So the world and feeling that CD Projekt Red has created for us in Cyberpunk is actually really beautiful. It's fantastic looking, and it's one of the most visually stunning games that have released this year, I would say. Having direct ray tracing and DLSS, a fast open world, and diverse styles of gameplay, Cyberpunk actually suffers from different performance issues, bugs, and story pacing, in my opinion. As an open world game, it's beautiful and has a lot of things to discover and explore, but as a linear game, it provides a linear experience. With these two things in Cyberpunk, they don't really work together for me. So, hope it gets better, I guess.
It will one day.
My last most disappointing game this year, which isn't really too much of a surprise either, is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And it might be a divisive thing to put it on my most disappointing list, but let me explain this real quick. It's the same game as Modern Warfare. It has zombies, but it's the same game. It has new maps, new guns, but it's the same game. I paid $60 for this shit. If it was 30 or 40, no problem. But I feel it's exactly the same experience, and it's not necessarily a next generation title, in my opinion, as it provides pretty little innovation.
But what about that PT-inspired ending?
I mean,
where it's just you go through the same thing over and over again and it changes slightly.
Yes, it was cool, but I don't see myself replaying the campaign again.
Yeah. Yep, I feel you there.
Okay.
That's all that I got.
So one thing I forgot for September, Ruth Bader Ginsburg on September 18th had passed away. I forgot to
that was sad.
Announce that. So let me knock out the rest of the year, in case anybody else has anything else.
I have something. One other thing.
Alright, let me do October then. October didn't have too much. October 2nd, the national debt surpassed $27 million. $27 trillion for the first. Also, in October, on October 12th, Facebook bans all related content related to Holocaust denial. There was, for some reason, there was a random surge on Facebook of conspiracy theorists and other people creating groups that the Holocaust didn't actually happen.
Yikes.
So yeah, that set with a lot of people, so they immediately shut that shit down. On October 23rd, Quibi shuts down after 6 months. That was its
only 6 months. That's sad.
Yeah.
Who?
Also on also on the 23rd, probably what will be the movie of the year outside of Sonic, Borat 2 releases. and Rudy Giuliani was caught in the movie fixing his mic,
Mm-hmm.
quote unquote. Straight denial of everything that happened, saying that he was not trying to have sexual relations with the interviewer, which come down to be Borat's daughter. October 6th, Eddie Van Halen passes away.
Oh yeah, that was sad too.
Make sure I have anything else. October 11th, the Lakers defeat the Miami Heat to capture their record 17th title. And
Shocker, LeBron. LeBron
Fourth-
James' team wins.
Nope. What else we got here? On October 27th, the Dodgers defeat the Tampa Bay Rays to win their first World Series since 1988.
So all the big curses are broken.
Yep.
See?
Thank
Steve wanted
God.
to point out October 19th, the New Yorkers suspended Tobin for masturbating on a Zoom call.
Yes. I did see that as well. I forgot that now. I forgot to say about that. October 31st was like half of Halloween. That counts as anything.
Half.
Half of Halloween.
Yeah.
And that's all I got for October.
Okay, so what I have is the, according to Metacritic, best video games of 2020 and the worst video games of 2020. So just like last time, let's go through the best first and then, go through the worst. Real quick, number 16 is Yakuza 0. Play Yakuza, you fucks. Number 15 at a 90% is Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Number 14 at a 90% is Animal Crossing New Horizons. Number 13 at 91% is my boy Spelunky 2. Hell yeah, let's go. Number 12 at 91% is F1 2020. Number 11 is Crusader Kings 3 at a 91%. Number 10 at 91% is Microsoft Flight Simulator. Number 9 at 91% is Dragon Quest XI S Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition for the Xbox One. Number 8 is Demon Souls at a 92. Number 7 is Hades at a 93. Number 6 is Ori and the Will of the Wisp, the Switch version at a 93%. Number 5 is Half-Life Alyx at a 93%. Number 4 is the Switch edition of Hades at 93%. Number 3 is Dragon Quest XI S Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition for the PlayStation 4. Number 2 is the Game of the Year at 93%, Last of Us Part 2. And does anyone want to take a guess at what number 1 is? Anyone at all?
Death Stranding for PC.
No, that's down lower. Final Fantasy VII Remake is at number 35, by the way, at 87%.
Half-Life Alyx.
Fall Guys
no.
or Among Us?
Alex was 5. No, and no. So
I
the
don't know.
number 1, the best game according to Metacritic, is Persona 5 Royal at a 95%. Hell yeah, I feel like I won the lottery. Play Persona, you fucks. Maybe that should be my new thing for 2021. Play Persona, you fucks. And let's take a look at the 10 worst games on Metacritic. At number 1, Tiny Racer for the Nintendo Switch at a 29%. Number 2 is 13 Remake for the Xbox One at a 32%. If you remember, a few weeks ago, we talked about that, where the remake was so bad that the original outsold the remake in England. Number 3 is Dawn of Fear for the PlayStation 4 at 33%. Number 4 is Fast and the Furious Crossroads for the PC at 34%. Number 5 is Ark of Alchemist on the Switch at a 36%. Number 6 is Remothered Broken Porcelain for the PC at 39%. I'm thinking that I'm reading the releases for some reason. Number 7 is Tamarin for the PS4. That got a 40% on Metacritic. Number 8 is Street Power Soccer for the PlayStation 4 at a 41%. At 9 is Gleamlight for the Switch at a 42%. And number 10 is Elder Scrolls Blades for the Nintendo Switch at a 42%.
That's fucking funny.
Rip.
Right? Yeah.
So I got one other thing after I blast through November. I know it's a long podcast, but I'll be quick.
Yeah, it's this.
November 3rd, we have the election. Joe Biden is in the lead, but doesn't get announced. November 4th, we're counting. November 5th, we're still counting. November 6th, guess what? We're still counting.
We're counting forever, baby.
And November 7th, it is finally announced. Joe Biden is the next president of the United States, making Kamala Harris the first woman to be vice president. November 8th, unfortunately, is stuck with tragedy as Alex Trebek passes away. November 11th, TikTok said in an interview that Donald Trump actually forgot about his ban of TikTok. It was revealed that...
Are you serious?
Yep. The owners of TikTok said in the interview that he had said he was going to ban TikTok. And so they kind of made their own timeline, but they still want to find somebody to own United States' side, which is fucking funny. November, nothing too other than the election stuff. Obviously, there was the cases of fraud and everything like that, but that's pretty much about it. Elon Musk on November 24th overtakes Bill Gates as the second richest person in the world. Elon Musk is now worth $27.9 billion, which is crazy. And
making flamethrowers in his basement with his brother.
Yep. And that's pretty much. I won't really go with December because we're still in December and everyone currently knows what happens. But that's all roughly that I got for a year in review. There's a lot. But I want to talk about now before we end the podcast here. The most anticipated movies of 2021. There's a lot. Starting with January, we got Peter Rabbit 2. On January 29th, we have the new Rugrats movie, which I didn't even know was a thing. So yeah, I guess that was actually slated to come out this year, but they have moved it to January 29th. So we are getting Tommy, Chucky, and the rest of the gang are back.
Wait a second, hold the phone. Did I hear a new Rugrats movie?
Yeah, I finished the year, and I'm doing most anticipated movies. January 29th, Rugrats the movie's coming out.
Hell yeah.
February, we have February 5th, we have the new live-action Cinderella.
Live action.
Yeah. March 5th, we have the new Ghostbusters Afterlife, with Paul Rudd as the main character, and the return of the original cast. Also on March 5th, Coming to America 2.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, Coming to America 2 with the original cast, Eddie Murphy.
It's understandable why that's so anticipated.
Yeah, Arsenio Hall and everybody. Which is crazy. We have also March 5th, Masters of the Universe, which is a He-Man movie. It's going to be coming directly to Netflix.
Interesting.
You're a He-Man.
Also on March 5th, we have the new Tom and Jerry movie coming directly to HBO Max. On March 12th, we have the newest Kingsman. It's called The King's Man. Also on March 19th, on March 19th, we have Morbius. March 19th, we have the new Paranormal Activity movie.
They're still making those?
Yep. March 19th, we have Tomb Raider 2. March 26th, we have Boss Baby 2. April 9th, we have F9, aka Family 9, aka Fast and the Furious 9.
The family.
Also on April 2nd, maybe, is the release of the new James Bond movie, No Time to Die.
We'll see about that one, Chief.
Will it actually come out? Who knows? April 23rd, A Quiet Place 2 will be coming directly to Netflix. If you haven't seen A Quiet Place, it's actually really good. May 7th, 2021, we have Black Widow finally. May 21st, 2021, we have Free Guy, which Ryan Reynolds plays the NPC.
That hasn't come out yet?
Nope, it was supposed to come out last week, and then Disney said, never mind, we want it to come out next year.
Man, I feel like that already came out. I feel like it's been out for months.
Yep. It was supposed to come out in the summer. May 21st, we have Gorilla. It's technically Gorilla versus Dragon. It's Godzilla versus Kong.
Yes, Gorilla versus Dragon, the hotly anticipated movie.
It's the next installment in the Monsterverse. On May 21st, we have Spiral, which is the reboot of the Saw franchise, which the main character is Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson.
Interesting.
That should be fun.
And it's
previews for it. It does look good.
And it's an actual horror movie. They said there was no comedy in this. Chris Rock directed them. He wanted to make a serious horror film, and he said, what a better way than to make a Saw movie.
Interesting.
May 28th, we have Cruella, which is the prequel, the origin story of Cruella de Vil. June 4th, we have Sesame Street, the movie. June 4th, we have the new Conjuring movie. July 2nd, we have Minions, The Rise of... which is the sequel to the Minions movie. July 2nd, comes out Top Gun Maverick, which was slated for this year. I've never seen the original.
Oh, it's so good. It is a quintessential 80s movie.
For Marvel fans, July 9th, we have Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which is the next month. July 16th, we have Space Jam 2. With the main character is LeBron James and his sidekick is Don Cheadle.
Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam.
July 30th, we have the Jungle Cruise. August 6th, with Suicide Squad. August 20th, the Hitman's Wife's Body. It's the Ryan Reynolds movie with Samuel L. Jackson sequel.
That movie was really good.
It's a sequel to that. We have a remake, August 27th, of the horror movie The Candyman. We have August 27th, The Beatles. It's a documentary about the Beatles. On October, there's nothing slated good for September according to October 1st, we have Dune, which is coming directly to HBO Max. October 8th, we have highly anticipated, probably won't come out, Uncharted.
Yeah,
This never
highly
coming out.
unlikely.
We have October 15th, the next installment of the Halloween movie, Halloween Kills. It's the second rendition of the one that came out last year. I think it was just called Halloween, or was it called Mike Myers?
One
of the
maybe Mike Myers.
It was something like that. This is the Halloween Kills is this year, and next October is the third movie. Is called Halloween Ends. Fucking November, we have The Eternals. November 5th, we have Spider-Man 3. November 12th, we have Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. November 19th, Mission Impossible 7. December 10th, we have the new West Side Story movie, which is directed by Steven Spielberg.
Weird.
Yeah. December 22nd, we have The Matrix 4, so Merry Christmas to all of us. December 22nd, we have Hotel Transylvania 4. December 22nd, we have Sing 2. December 22nd, we have Sherlock Holmes 3. December 25th, we have Babylon. And it was slated for January 15th, but it's unknown if it'll be released then. This is in the to be determined. Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat was slated to be released January 15th directly to HBO Max.
Huh.
August 7th, up in the air. The new SpongeBob movie.
Bang boob.
Formerly slated for December 22nd, possibly put back. Wicked is a movie based off of the Broadway with Wicked with the original cast.
That's kind of
Slated, and then a bunch of these movies were postponed. The live action Pinocchio was slated for 2021, happening, and then Black Adam was slated for 2021. It's not happening. Well, that's all I got. There's nothing really being released, so there's no reason to do releases.
Well, no, I got
Oh, do you got some stuff?
a few things being released.
Oh, I forgot to add, Michael B. Jordan won Sexiest Man of the Year.
Nice. He is a very sexual man.
He is.
So this is up until the 11th because we're taking next week off, correct?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Hey, today on my birthday, happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday.
Back to Belt comes out for the Xbox One on the 30th. Then the Elder Scrolls Online, the New Life event ends on the 5th. Blacksmith of the Sand Kingdom comes out for the PC and Xbox One on the 7th. Werewolf, the Apocalypse Heart of the Forest comes out for the PC, PS4, Switch, and Xbox. Then we have Iris Falls, or Iris.Fall, comes out for the PS4 and Xbox One on the 8th. And that's it.
There is some releases actually for the movie side. Today, My 600 Pound Life Season 9 releases.
Hell yeah.
Let's see what we got here. The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina releases on Netflix. Season 4 releases on Netflix tomorrow.
Isn't that like a reboot of Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Yep, that's exactly what it is. January 1st, Cobra Kai Season 3 releases to Netflix.
a lot of people, I'm sure, are excited about that one.
Yep. Wasn't that on...
Season 3 isn't good.
Wasn't,
It's really not good.
wasn't that on YouTube Plus?
Yeah, it was originally on YouTube. It was originally a YouTube Red series.
That's what I thought. And they're like, yeah, this is horrible. January 1st, RuPaul's Drag Race Season 13 airs on...
I know.
On
I'm looking
VH1.
forward to that too.
Such a good show.
Last Man Standing Season 9 debuts on January 3rd on Fox. Let's see what we got here. Okay, The Bachelor Season 25 airs on January 4th. For those who care. Going through. The Real Housewives of January 5th.
This is up until January 11th, by the way.
The 100 Season 7 is releasing on DVD on the 5th.
Oh.
This one I know you'll all be excited for. Hell's Kitchen Season 19 airs January 7th on Fox.
Yes!
Man.
Yes!
Been seeing previews.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
And that's pretty much. Netflix has a fucking million random things coming out, but nothing that like I think any of us will watch. There's a show. It's called Crack. It's coming to Netflix. It's called Crack, Cocaine, Occupation, and Conspiracy. It's coming to Netflix.
I was gonna say, I wonder if it's about crack.
January 11th. And that's all. That's a year-end in review. We went over a lot.
A lot.
Let's go around the room. Where can we find you leading to next year? And just list out what are you hoping to do in 2021? Sure, to start with you.
Yeah. My hope for next year is to continue to just grind at the show and yeah, just try to be healthier. I think they're like my main two things. Work on the shows and be healthier. And if you want to check that journey out along the way, you can find me at Splashscreen Gaming on TikTok, as well as Splashscreen Gaming on Twitch and YouTube. Facebook, we're Team Splashscreen, as well as the Instagram and Splashscreen G on the Twitter. Check out the TikTok. That's what I'm playing with.
Good shit. And what about you, James?
All right, well, hey, you know me, Mr. Inconsistency. This year, I plan on being way more consistent when it comes to uploading stuff on YouTube, especially where I'm not, waiting, what is it? Let me check. 22 days between uploading videos.
You want maybe you and I we hold each other accountable?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's hold each other accountable.
At least one video a week. Come on.
At least, yeah, minimum.
At least one a week.
Minimum. So I'm going to be uploading way more stuff onto YouTube at youtube.com/Jimmy Noodles Gaming. Mainly the stuff that I'm going to be uploading is my streams of different games like Pokemon Emerald and whatever the hot new thing that comes out is. And that's going to be at Jimmy Noodles GG on Twitter. And I'm going to be playing some stuff tomorrow in the morning on my birthday. And then on Twitter, you can find me at Jimmy Noodles GG as well, where I tweet about stuff. Like the fucking snow.
And how horrible it is.
Exactly.
What about you, Nathaniel?
Alright. So, fucking yawn. Alright. So, I'm gonna get this part out of the way first. You can find me everywhere at OcelotSR71. Other than trying, I need to get. One of my first things is get myself a fucking hard drive so I can actually start recording when we play. Because I don't always want to stream. And honestly, I don't think I'd rather actually just create content and videos and then post them. Because I do enjoy streaming every now and then, but I don't know, man. I don't think it's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for more of like in the moment kind of things. And obviously, when you're watching a really long stream, you don't always get that.
Nate,
like highlights and shit.
Nate, we have a 5 terabyte external hard drive for like $90.
Okay, I think that might have to be a thing I do. I purely just want to be able to hold enough video and be able to edit it. But other than that, because I do plan on doing YouTube stuff this year, kind of in the same vein as sleeves. One of my main goals is to get just as healthy as humanly possible. I'm attempting and want to evolve as a person this year. There's a lot of things I plan on doing. If everything goes according to plan, possibly moving this year. There's a lot of things in the works for me. Not a lot of it has to do with being on the internet. I'll say a lot of it's going to have to do with trying to. I'm still going to game and all that, but like I mentioned this a podcast or two back. But I'm working on a pretty big idea that if goes well, it could be beneficial to a lot of people. And a lot of people would be able to get their names out there and be able to circulate content and have a lot of fun I want to do a lot more IRL stuff because as much as I enjoy videotaping on, not videotaping, but like recording and whatnot and streaming and shit, I'd like to get like a group of people together and actually do like random shit in the public and just have fun, be out there, be zany, if you will.
It's kinda
Yeah,
hard
do
to
more
stay
vlogging style stuff. I mean, it is, but also at the same time, like, we'll see what 2021 brings us, and we'll see what goes on there. There are plenty of vloggers and whatnot that are on the YouTubes that are still being able to do everything they want to do, and I figure, why the fuck not? But yeah, I mean, there's a lot to do, a lot to be said this year. Content and self-improvement is my main focuses. But yeah, everywhere Ocelot SR71, and yeah, what about you, Geech?
For myself, as always, Captain Geech 15 and all the. I've been thinking of changing, at least taking out the Geech part, but keeping the Captain and doing something else with it. But who knows? Myself, I just need to start streaming more. I have the followers. I have 60 followers, but I don't have enough views to make the affiliate status. So it's literally just simple as hitting that stream button.
I know, I was gonna say you'd probably have it if you were to stream.
Like the one day I randomly did Day of the Tentacle and I had like 8 people watching me. So it's just like, I just have to do it. So that's a focus of mine. I forgot to announce, I am actually going back into the store. I got a supervisor role at one of the Best Buys here. So
nice.
January 10th, I start that. I basically restart my in-store career, unfortunately.
That's awesome.
It's like you're back in North Carolina.
Unfortunately.
Well, no, I'm happy I got the job. Just unfortunately, I have to at the bottom again to work my way back up.
Yeah.
That's just the way it goes, unfortunately, when you're not known in an area. So, but I'm hopeful for that. So my goal is by the end of next year is to be a sales manager within some store in Tucson, as that was always my goal and my adventure before I bought a house and then we moved. So that's number one goal. Because at the end of the day, obviously, we want to make more money, and that's how I make more money is by succeeding at this role. I'm going to be the computer supervisor for the store here, one of the stores here in Tucson. I start
Just a
that.
stepping stone.
Yep, I start that January 10th. So I'm excited about that. Thank you.
Right before our season 3.
Yes, that is very true. So I'm excited about that, and I'm excited to show this district what I can do. And like I said, my number one goal is to move up and then be successful in that area. Another thing, just want to get less stress in my life, but that'll come over time. And then I want to lose weight too. Finally, that I feel like now that I'm actually going to be inside of and I'm moving around and have a reason to get off my ass and go do shit, that I'll be able to be more motivated to lose weight again. And there's literally 3 gyms on the same street as the store that I'm working at. Not even like there's a Planet Fitness, there's an LA Fitness, and there's a gym called Choose Fitness. There's literally 3 gyms.
100% your own fault.
Yeah. And two of the gyms are $10 a month. So LA Fitness is significantly more expensive because it's considered a higher end. So, but we'll see. Yeah, just streaming more and getting in the shape, and then having a successful new career at Best Buy. That's my goals. So, and end with you, Mark.
Yeah, sure. You can watch my content or see me stream sometime. Who knows when that'll be. On Twitch and YouTube at MarkDude701. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and get through school next semester. And that's my goal. Just try and be happy and enjoy.
Yep.
I think Schroeder just died. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Schroeder just died.
Well, good luck with school, man. You'll kick ass and take names like you always do.
Oh, thank you.
And you're welcome. So that's a podcast, boys, and that's a year. That's a year in a wrap.
Podcast.
It was a year in review. I'm pretty sure. I think our last year was the same way. I think that was fucking long as shit too. So, but as always, thank you everyone for being here. We'll not be here next week, but we'll be here for the following week as we start our journey and adventure now to our year 3 of the Level Unlock podcast, which comes in February.
World 3, Season 3, whatever you like to call it.
Yeah, hey, I am. Yep, that'll be in February. But we'll be back here 2 weeks from now to bring you all the news, content, and bring in the new year. So thank you all for being here. As always, you can find us on all the socials at the Level Unlock podcast, exclusively at Twitter at what, James?
LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod.
And if you'd like to become a part of the Lockpick Nation, the Unlock Nation, you can do so at the patreon.com/Level Unlocked Podcast. You guys have a great year. Hopefully 2020 is now out of your mind and
What?
Fuck.
Yeah, 2021. Woo.
I said hopefully 2021. Everybody, fuck, my mic keeps going out. But let's end this. Let's have a great year, and we'll see you all in 2021. Peace.
Bye. Happy New Year, everyone.
See ya.
Have a good New Year.
Thank you for your time, guys. Bye-bye.